What is I changed the title of this stream before I went live. I guess it just was like, nah. You don't need to have that updated. Nah. I need to we got a bit really late, I'm sorry. I was tired. I need to like I don't feel like that right now. I need to like change the USB port that my microphone's in, because I think like I don't know, my like mouse, keyboard, and microphone must be like too close or something, or like must be all like the same, like whatever it's called, like the thing that's like you know, there's like a limited amount of power that goes between the USB port, blah blah blah. They share power, whatever, right? So like usually when I started my PC recently, it's like one of them will not be working. So they either be like the lights off on my keyboard, or the microphone doesn't work. And like if I like unplug one, like the other stuff working, so I'm like, I need to like check and see, I think I shouldn't like move them and I don't know if one of them is in my case ports. It is a weird, but I think it's just to do with like the way that like USB ports kind of like, usually like they kind of share, what, I forget what it's called, but like there's like a set of ports that will be like sharing power with each other. It's like there's like a maximum output. I'm gonna have to play music with USB ports. Yeah, it's the bus. Yeah. It's got a little. I could have sworn. Wait, what happened to my Steam? I could have sworn I started up my software from my model and stuff, and then I went to look for it to set it up, and it's like Steam's not even open, and I know I opened Steam. What happened? Is it like being weird? Oh wait, no, but it says the other software is running already, but it's not. Alright, it's a little bit of a cursed startup. It's a cursed boot. It's a cursed boot. But that's okay. It's a good mood Saturday. We are, you know, it says the vibes are great today. What's the plan today? I had a couple thoughts. I need to do my daily pulls in Musume still. I did sleep pretty good actually, yeah. I did sleep pretty good. Let me think. I need to do my daily pulls in Musume, right? I need to finish my CM runs. You guys can watch me get my ass handed to me for a little bit. And then I need to catch up on MSQ and FO14 because I'm a bit behind. I need to change my homeworld too, though, so I was thinking like maybe we could chat for a bit while I do that. I don't think I want to do that first, though. Maybe, we'll see. But I've got to do a homeworld transfer. I gotta like put my stuff together, get it done and over with. I've been saying this for months now that I need to do it. What else? Yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do today. It's free play days. I do whatever I want to do. Why does it say this software's running and it's not running? You know what's really unfortunate? Oh, maybe we could play XCOM later. That I've been really liking Night Abyss. Although I think I've just about finished the story for now. I think I did just about finish the story. What was I saying? I'm like, I'm in a pretty good mood, but also my head is like my head is empty. I have DMs I still need to reply to. I only just turned on my PC. I have not responded to my DMs. I have not read the messages in the server, so I need to go through all that too. I was thinking like, oh, I'll do it like in the first 10 minutes of stream, and then instead of here yapping. But I'm in a good mood today. I'm just like, my head is like empty. I'm like, I feel pretty good, but they're like, the thoughts are like, they're like a snail pace right now. I left them outside, I don't know. They're in my garden right now. Yeah. Ooh, a 40 stream streak, that's pretty big. Well, you guys are both on one. Oh. It is a pretty nice state of mind. It's not a state of mind I get to have that often. Because normally, I mean, for those of you who were in like VC last night, right? You would have heard me talking about it. Because I didn't stream last night, right? Because I hung out in the server instead. We played Helldivers and other stuff. I overthink a lot. I like constantly think. And it's a little overwhelming. It's overwhelming sometimes, and it's caused me to have insomnia for a while. That's also why I listen to ASMR, because I listen to ASMR. I listen to like instructions ASMR, because they tell you like, oh, do this and do that, and like I get like focused on like following the instructions, right? So I don't think as much, and then I just fall asleep. It's great. It's really nice. I really like ASMR. I lost my train of thought. I don't remember where I was going. But basically, I think a lot, and it's just unbearable. But it's not too often I get to have this like, I can't really think too much. But like, I can't hold a thought for more than 2 seconds. It's not too bad though. It's not too bad. It's it feels nice. It feels nice right now. I didn't even reply to DMs though. I have a collab coming up. I gotta send them my PNG, which I forgot to do the other day. I feel really bad that I forgot. But I want to hang out with you guys too. Also, I saw some really nice 3D assets recently, and I was like, they're so cute. I really should like update like a 3D model, and then I'm like, oh, they were so cute. They were so cute. I'd like recommendations on that ASMR. Let's see. Okay. I can give you. I can link some later. Right now, I can just say them by name, right? There's a couple channels I really like. I like Luna Bloom ASMR a lot. She does a lot of instructions, like eyes closed instructions. She can be a little fast-paced, sometimes a little chaotic. So it can be like, it could be a little too much for some people. I find it helps sometimes. Sometimes it is too much for me too, though. Sometimes it is. But it's a very good at like keeping your attention, though. So if that's something like, you know, for sometimes like having something that's like kind of chaotic, kind of fast helps keep your attention more. Sometimes it's like something that can make it like too overwhelming. It just kind of depends where you're at. Aside from Luna Bloom, there's a bunch of other channels I like too. I like Marno ASMR as well. I used to watch him a lot back when I was in college, and then he disappeared from my recommendations for a couple years, and then recently he showed up again. Marno's ASMR is pretty good. He has like a nice series of like, what's it called? It's like there's like a pleasantly predictable or something, like pleasantly unpredictable and unpleasantly predictable. I don't know. He's got some series where it's like you think something bad's gonna happen, but it ends up being like something good. Like he like puts like a fork up to a plate, but then it makes like a really nice sound instead of like a fork on a plate. He does a series like that. Also, I'm sorry that you're feeling sick today, Chris. I hope you feel better. This is Kie Kyoko ASMR to sleep, but sometimes the conversation is engaging. I'm so sorry. I think because I stream ASMR rather than like recording it as videos, like I end up just like spending the time with you guys, just relaxing instead and like talking about whatever. I do kind of want to try recording ASMR for like videos. I just am like I recently installed a new video editing software and I am still trying to figure out how to use it. So bear with me. Is it weird that I listen to Salt when I game rather than when I sleep? Salt? Or is that supposed to be ASMR? Is it cursive autocorrect? Honestly, I don't think that's weird because I used to do that back when I used to play. I'm just gonna hold on, I'll come over here. Back when I used to play like stuff like Fortnite sometimes, right? When that wasn't a weird thing to do, I would listen to ASMR while playing games as well. Like I would play, I would listen to ASMR while playing Fortnite, or I would listen to ASMR while playing like other games. But it's so nice, and I'm not late. I am here. I am here. Here. I am here. Sure, Salt would probably be nice for ASMR. I feel like the music's a little loud, but I don't know if it's just me. I don't know about you guys, but I have the best grams. I have the best grams, and autocorrect never gets me. You wish for ear wiggles? We can have ear wiggles. It is a bit loud. Okay, thank God it's not just me, because I would have been like, oh no, I feel bad. It feels loud. It feels so loud. My PC did a weird thing, like I had to unplug and like, what was it? I was in like the PC last night and like my audio cut out. It's kind of weird. So I had to plug things back in. And then when I plugged my headphones back in, like my PC volume was only at 30%, but everything was so loud. It was awful. It's terrible. I get it for some, but how do you focus on games that require hearing? Well, it depends. It depends. Cause like, okay, if we take rhythm games for example, right? I don't think I could listen to ASMR while playing rhythm games, but to be fair, that's because rhythm games, you're listening to like music the whole time, so I don't know how, I don't think anyone could do that. It'd be weird, cause then there's like at the point, I was like, well, I don't know, you're not really playing the rhythm game, like, I don't know, I feel like you're missing the point a bit. But if it's something like you need to like listen for like audio cues, probably that would be a point where it's like, it depends, right? Like some games like, you might need to listen for like footsteps or something, right? That kind of game, I think I'd probably listen to ASMR that sounds very different, so it would still be like discernible. That's probably what I would do. That's probably what I would do. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so cute. You haven't slept. Why haven't you slept? You say because I play with. I mean, I guess I could see it kind of being okay. I think it'd be too much for me. I have a hard time listening to multiple things at a time, though. You like it when you hear the alien. That's great. You use ASMR to practice guitar. Whoa. Schedule is blocked. I feel that. I feel that. My head's starting to hurt a little bit. I might have made a bad decision with what I ate, but that's okay. But. Blah. I was pretty stressed out this week. But I feel better now. I feel better now. You don't play nap before game night? Yeah. I mean, if you have to, go ahead. I don't have a set time exactly for game night. It'll just be like after stream and probably after whenever I have dinner. Dinner today for me. Usually I have dinner whenever like my roommates are off work and stuff. Although I think one of my roommates has a meeting to go to today, like tonight. And then my other one is in office today, so they're gonna be home late. Although I don't think they're gonna be home at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised if like one of them gets home, like the one that's going in office today gets home just before or just after the other one has to leave for a meeting. Since ASMR is licensed on the song price is 190 BPM. 190 BPM is kind of fast. That's a fast song. What? That's a really fast song. That's a fast song. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't know. Normally I'd have dinner around like 6 p.m. my time. And then one of these my roommate goes into office, which is just Saturdays now. I'd have dinner a bit later, like around like 7-ish, 7:30. But I might just have dinner alone tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner though. I don't know. I had brunch. I had slight regrets about what I ate. You haven't picked up a guitar in years. I haven't picked up my kalimba in a while. Meatballs and peas. I'm so sad about that. That was cruelty. Telling me that the peas are like the highest carb vegetable. It was so sad. It was like, but I love peas. How could you do these to me? I was feeling great about what I was eating, and then I was it was so sad. Yeah. But if you think 190 BPM is fast, wait till you hear the songs mainly 16th notes. Oh my god. Really? Yeah. I was so sad. I was like, I went and I made dinner and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have peas and meatballs because I gotta be cautious about what I eat, you know, I gotta be careful. So upsetting. Why does everything suck? I don't know. But you know, it's not too bad though. It's a little upsetting, but it's not like it's not the worst thing. It's okay. It's kind of silly still. It's kind of silly. Get liver and onions. I don't know. I've never had liver and onions except for I think when I was a kid once, maybe. I think I had it once when I was a kid. No. I don't think I liked it. I don't like the taste of like organ meat. It's gotta be an acquired taste. I have not acquired that taste. Also, hello, Triad. Hello. I'm gonna take off my glasses a little bit. Pasta and liver, onions and beef is good. I'm okay on onions. I can have onions, but I like when the onions are barely noticeable. I don't like really noticeable onions. They kind of like, no thank you. I'm just a liver king. Yeah, that's all you. I'm good. That's my thoughts too. That's what makes people enjoy it. It's gotta be an acquired taste. I can't imagine being like, yeah, the taste of organs. Onion yummy and very healthy. Onions can be yummy, but not always. I've got okay. First things first. I have a collab coming up this next week, and I really need to send them a PNG. So I'll do that real quick. I have a folder I keep some PNGs in. I have that one. I'm gonna send them this one. Okay. Okay. Beef testicles. I've never had beef testicles before. But yakitori? Yakitori is yakitori is chicken, isn't it? Right? Tori. Oh, greens are great. I do like green onions. I like green onions. I'm fine having anyway. Green onions I always like. It's just like red onions I'm not always a big fan of. I'll get to see PNG creation. No. I just have to send them like a file. Gonna do combined chat like before. I don't know. It's not gonna be for. It's later this week. I think on like Friday or something. Not yakitori. It's yakitori. Chicken grilled on a stick. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking of the right thing. I went to when I was in where was I? I think it might have been when I was in Sendai. I went to like this like little like yakitori bar. And it was really small. It was so small. I went last year. And like we had to like squeeze into the place to like get a seat. There was barely any room to like get to the seats and stuff. And then you're just like sitting right there in front of the grill with the guy like grilling the yakitori. It was really good though. It was really good. Yakitori is grilled chicken skewers, but they use almost all parts of the chicken. Do they? I never noticed. But like, I mean, I never noticed it was all parts of the chicken, so I don't think... Maybe chicken organ is like... I don't know, maybe it's not as bad. But it's like liver is usually like beef liver. Like cow liver. Beef liver just sounds so funny though. It sounds kind of silly. I've had yakitori. Chicken organ's good. Yeah, maybe chicken organ's good and then like cow organ's bad. I don't know. They're castrating this guy. What? Just eat whatever I'm given. Must be grateful for food. That's true. I eat whatever I'm given too. The only thing I won't eat is mushrooms and olives. What's that? You want liver and onions for this? Like, no! No! I do not want liver and onions! No! I do not! Liver... no! I do not want my liver and onions! No thank you! I will take my grilled chicken and broccoli. Okay? I will eat like a basic bitch. Please don't make me eat liver and onions. Oh, fish is good. I like eating fish too. I had some salmon poke recently. A couple days ago, I think. My other roommate went to the store and I was like, oh, grab me poke bowl, can you give me some salmon? Oh my god. Put it out for the boys! You don't eat lamb and veal? I've only had... I don't know if I've ever had... I might have had lamb once. I don't remember it too well. I have had veal before. I've had bacon wrapped veal. It was pretty good actually. Veal was different. It wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad. Hate it so much. Maybe we should do the sub goal. Oh my god. No. I don't want them sam not with chicken, not with ham. I do not want the liver and onions. Not send Kie 50 pounds of cow liver. No. The favorite meat's gonna be beef, pork, and venison? I've heard there's a liver hater in here. I'm sorry, Dream. I'm sorry. Please don't be disappointed in me. They're just babies. They didn't even have a chance to be a cow or a sheep. I don't think a baby cow is a lamb. I've never heard of eating calf meat. I don't know. I don't think that's a thing. Maybe it is somewhere. I'm not aware of it though. I just remembered something I needed to do. Oh, okay. So for tonight. Tonight for game night, I was supposed to send a message. Okay, let me know what games you guys wanna play tonight. Lethal Company, Repo, Peak. What other games we could play? Golf with your friends? Other... Please... A sword. Please suggest? Okay. There you go. I won't ping everyone, but... Golf. Yeah! Golf with your friends is fun. Calf meat is veal? Oh! Okay, wait. Never mind. I had venison then. I thought veal was deer. I thought veal and venison were the same thing. I don't think I've had veal then. I've had deer, right? Deer is venison, right? Live on Kie's liver? You want my liver? Please don't eat my liver. Don't eat my liver. Your favorite meat though is chicken hearts? Golf with your friends is 80% off. Oh shit! That was a good thing I remembered that existed then. I have not checked what games are on sale, so maybe I should have done that before like suggestions. Dibs on Kie alive? No. I drink some more water. I'm talking. You know why? I think I'm excited. I was in a really good mood, so I was pretty excited. And then I might have we had these like dark chocolate coated espresso beans. They're really good. They're really good. I had a handful and I was like, oh, there's not too many left. I might as well finish the bag. So I don't know how much caffeine's in it though. Like I was excited before that, so it could just be me being excited still. Could you be that? Also, hello, Rambo. Hello. Wait, dibs on the Kie ASMR VODs. Well, they're all on YouTube. By the way, Dr. Pepper's kidding. I'm sorry! I know now! I know I has caffeine now. I learned my lesson. I have not been drinking Dr. Pepper. I have a sparkling water here right now. It's a sparkling ice. It's berry lemonade. 0 sugar. Okay. No caffeine. I think. Yeah. Low calorie, caffeine free. Dr. Pepper has caffeine. I'm so fun. See, I don't normally drink soda. I just drink sparkling water and stuff. Okay. I didn't know. My roommates really like Dr. Pepper, right? And they've been getting Diet Dr. Pepper. And I thought Diet Dr. Pepper was like Diet everything else, where it's like, oh, okay, it's like no sugar, no caffeine, whatever. It's got like nothing in it. I didn't know Diet Dr. Pepper had caffeine in it. So I had like some tea. And I think I had like an energy. I might have had an energy drink, and then I had tea, and then I had a Dr. Pepper. This was a while back. I accidentally fucked myself. I was not aware of the Dr. Pepper having caffeine. I made an oopsie. It wasn't green tea. It was I had chai tea. Oh wait, yesterday before coffee and Dr. Pepper and a green tea. Oh, yeah, I see. You're doing exactly what I did. I had an energy drink, and then I had chai tea, and then I had a Dr. Pepper. Cause I was tired. First thing I'm a root beer guy. Yeah, I love root beer. Root beer is my favorite kind of soda. Well, I think the only thing I like more than root beer is cream soda, and cream soda is basically just slightly different root beer. So root beer, cream soda, my #1 favorites. Okay, they don't have caffeine, and neither does Sprite. And it just so happens the only sodas I really like are root beer and Sprite. Those are the sodas I like. Every other soda, like Dr. Pepper and Coke and Pepsi, I don't like. And those are the ones that have caffeine. So it just so happened I was not used to drinking the sodas that had caffeine. But my roommates only get Dr. Pepper, and sometimes it's the only thing to drink. So I'm just like, well, I'll just drink it, I guess. What about sarsaparilla? Is it sarsaparilla or sarsaparilla? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've ever had sarsaparilla. I think I have, but I've only had it like once, so I have a hard time. You know that chai is tea in Hindi? Yes, I know that chai tea is just tea. Yeah, I'm aware of that. But that's how we differentiate it, though. It's chai tea. You know? It's chai tea. It's like the ATM machine. You know? It's similar to root beer? I might have had it, but you know what I really, every time I think about root beer, I think about those little like root beer candies when I was a kid, like the root beer keg barrel thingies. I really liked those when I was a kid. Look what I just sent memes. Okay, I gotta go through the messages in the server still. Those are good. Yeah, I loved those. I liked those. And I think they were strawberry candies. The one where it's like a hard candy outside and like a little jelly or something inside. I really like those ones too. I always wanted to just buy those again, but I don't ever remember. I always forget. You see the ton of those coffee candies again? Oh my god. I like candy a lot. Well, the strawberry, yeah! It's like the little like red wrapper with like all like the dots on it, and then like it's like green on top, and it's like twisted, and like you bite into it, and it's like soft and like gooey inside. Oh, those are my favorite. I haven't had those since I was a kid, but like I lived with like my mom's ex-husband mom for a while, and she had a bunch of those in her house, just all over the place. So I would eat so many of those. I don't even know what they're called. I don't know where you buy them. Nothing. I don't know anything about them. I just remember, man, I love those. They're so good. Okay. Let me go through the messages in the server real quick. Potoro. Oh, what's his name? The Pomperine, but like in the flan cup is cute. I like the Pomperine plushie I got. It's great for cuddling. It's amazing for cuddling. Don't your local grandma? Well, the only grandma I know is Scrap's grandma. And she doesn't happen to have any, I think. The candies are the Cocoa candies and the caramels. Oh, Chinese guava candy. I haven't heard of those. I love those! You know what the rose ones, the marzipans, right? I love those! Those are like one of my absolute favorites. Those are like the ice cream cream truck would come by, and I'd be like, give me one of the little rosas. Ah! I loved them so much. They are, oh my god, they're such, I love marzipan so much. Ugh. If Dela was a woman, I don't even know what I would eat her every single day. That's for sure. I love the De La Rosas so much. I didn't have them for such a long time. And then I found them again recently, and I had some with my roommates, and I was like, oh yes, perfect. Perfect, it's so good. That's a fact. Yeah! Listen, if you guys have never had De La Rosas, you just wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand their peak. They're so good. They're the best. Ugh. Alright. I'm not still looking through server. Okay, DMs. Oh, what the fuck? My friend sent me something weird. Oh, did you guys hear that? That like slight mode of cheering. Discord. So I have party mode on Discord. So if I ever type a lot, it starts cheering. Oh my god. Alright. I caught up on all the messages. Alright, just like here, I always have a Salem and a Mazda. I'm so jealous! I wish I had a bunch of Mazda. Never seen these before? They're good. They're good. One of my favorites for sure. I feel like I need to like move my camera a bit. Because right now it's like kind of getting blocked. I think I'll put it right there. Let me reset it. Hold on. Do my awkward look forward. Alright. Because I was turning to the side, and it was like facing too far to the other side. Okay, probably have 5 boxes. Send me some! Please? Please? I love marzipan. Marzipan's so good. It's so good. I love marzipan. It's so good. I want some now. I wish I had some right now. I don't have any right now. I don't have any right now. Alright. Do I still have the Uma on the phone? I do still have the Uma on the phone set up. Perfect. Okay. I need to do my daily Uma Musume pulls. How is it? I love Hava as well. I haven't had it in a long time. I used to get it at the grocery store when I was like a teenager. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Hava and Mazapan, I feel like they're really different, but they're also very similar. He calls her his Oshi, doesn't send her the candy. Shake my head, not a true fan. Does that mean the people who do send me candy, does that mean I am the Oshi? Is that what that means? Is that how I should interpret receiving a giant gummy worm? You want Tango? I don't know if I've ever had Tango before. I don't know what Tango is. Did I call Kie Oshi? No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Wait, I don't have. Okay, you know, I don't have Okay, we won't do the daily. Where's my phone? I don't have paid carrots on my PC right now. They're all on my phone. So I will do my daily polls on my phone and cry in silence. Oh shit! I gotta tell my roommates. Let me see. Hold on. My prescription got refilled. These both look open, and I think that's at the end of it. So I need to I need to tell my roommates, hey, can you pick up my oh shit. Something fell. That's okay, I'll get it later. I gotta tell them, can you pick up my prescription on your way home so I don't run out? Blah blah blah. Alright. You got the new Hansu. You got Manhattan Cafe. I lost to Manhattan Cafe yesterday in Challenger Meet, or Champions Meet. Okay. I do need meds to stave off my ligma. I do. Otherwise, I'm gonna get really bad ligma, and then I won't be able to stream. But that's right, I was doing my pulse. That's right, I almost forgot. I looked at my phone and I was like, oh, I have a text from the pharmacy. So I forgot about the pulse. Wait, can you please forgive me? Wait, hold on. You think you can ship stuff from Canada? That's okay, that's okay. You can order stuff to the Peel Box. Or from Throne as well. And so mods remove the diamond? You know, maybe we should. I'll send you the world's largest marzipan for all I care. You better. Listen, if someone sends me a large marzipan, I'll have to thank them. I'll have to thank them. Look at me, never had that before. Okay, I got the yeah. Okay, fuck Manhattan Cafe keeps demolishing my Uma of the Musumes. What's Ligma? Yes. Tried DNA late last night. It seems pretty interesting so far, but I haven't progressed very much. It is tough to progress in. I do really like the game though. I do really like it. Okay. My roommate is asking me to send them Okay. Go here, over here, over here, over here, over here. Can I like copy this link? Okay. I can't. My roommate is gonna go pick up my my medication for me. I just send in the info. Alright. You also got me humble bourbon. I'm so jealous. I still don't have bourbon. I just sent a message because the pharmacy texted me like, oh, by the way, your prescription's ready to pick up. And I realized that, oh yeah, I'm gonna run out here in like a day or two. What's your opinion on the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious brand of bimbo? I don't know. What kind of bimbo is that? You have 240 carats? Damn. I'll tell you guys how many carats I have. I have 7,000. I am not ready for the Kita-san rerun. I'm not ready in the slightest. Okay, all of my roommates say. They say, link over to your account, there should be barcode, need to fuck. Okay. I gotta go open the link and then screenshot it. Hold on, I'm almost done with my daily pulls. I had to buy more carrots. I got Seeking the Pearl. I think I already have her MLB. I never save. I always gamble. Let's say if I go in. Oh, wow, this. I save my free carrots, but I spend my paid carrots on the daily pulls because it's like discounted. It's like 60% off. It's like a third of the price. Okay, hold on. Alright, I'll put my phone away. Oh wow! Oh wow. Okay. Wait, hello. I've spent probably you spent 600 on Uma Musume? The thing is, if you're gonna spend money on Uma Musume, I would recommend only spend money on like the daily carrot pack. Or well, I guess it's monthly technically. The one where you get carrots daily. And I think it's much more efficient to like buy the special limited time packs and also only like only spend your paid carrots on like daily pulls unless you're really trying to get something. That's my opinion. Because I don't like whaling. Buying the special packs though is usually pretty good value, especially the ones that like come with bonus stuff, like the launch packs where they had like the free SSR card or the free 3-star. That stuff was pretty good. But doing like paying for pulls directly though kind of sucks. If you do the paid pull though, the daily pull is only 50 carats. So it's like $3 gets you 4 daily pulls, and they're usually only like doing 2 days. So it's like $1.50 a day. $1.50 a day is not that bad. It's like I'm okay with that. Like it does add up, right? $1.50 a day does add up, but $1.50 a day is like more than you spend daily on a lot of things, right? Like I feel like $1.50. I don't know. $1.50 a day is not bad. It's not bad. Maybe I'm joking. If he's ever spent a dime on mobile games, that's fair. That's fair. That's crazy. I'm looking at. Oh my god, my friend sent me a screenshot. Did he change our other friend's name to be some like crazy thing? Wait, hold on. I need to see this myself. No, she changed it herself. That's crazy. You mean less than you spend on other things? Well, okay, because I think about it, like when I used to work full time, I'd spend way more than $1.50 on like other random stuff, like buying lunch, right? Buying lunch or like paying for transportation. That's like the train ticket one way when it used to be really cheap. That's less than what I used to pay to take the train back and forth to work every day. It's cheaper than gas, and I don't drive and I don't have to pay for transportation at the moment, so because I don't go to a job at the moment, so it's in my mind I do girl math. I'm like, I'm not paying for transportation to go to work at the moment, so I since I'm not spending money on the train, I can spend that money on Uma Musume. That's my silly little girl math. That's how I tell myself, yeah, I can get away with this. It's $1.50 a day. And then it's, but I get enjoyment out of it every single day though. I enjoy it every day. And I've gotten some good stuff from it. And I've also, I got a lot of stuff from it. Oh yeah. Like, I tried to change my Steam name back so people actually know who I am. What did you change it to? I don't think I saw that you had changed it. I feel like I remembered something and then I immediately forgot it. Wait, that's what it is. Okay, you know what? Let me. Shoot, I gotta make. It's tough. Okay. Alright, I don't know if I should type it in here. What did you make it? How bad is it? It was really funny. What did you do? What did you do? Alright, so. Oh boy. I'm thinking about it, like, I want to change my homeworld in FF, but also... But if I do that, then I have to, like, log in, and then I have to, like, do a bunch of stuff. Do I really want to do that right now? I don't know, I gotta do weird stuff. Alright, you can DM it to me. So maybe I won't play FF today. I was thinking like, I'll do Musume pulls and then I'll play FF, and I'm like, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I won't. What was it? beef curtain buffet? I don't see why you couldn't have said that. See, Pyro, I've thought about that. There's reasons I don't want to do that. Not, like, partly it's just because you, Primal, I swear the worst people are. Although, however, after being on Aether, I mean, you know, the average person on Primal is kind of maybe not the best. However, there's this minority of people that are the worst that are on Aether. You know, it's like you go. It's like the times I play on Primal is when I get like the random like flaming in dungeons for some reason, or like random flaming in like extremes and savages. And then on Aether, it's like mostly it's chill, except for the very, very small group of people who are insanely toxic. You're thinking Arby's? I haven't had Arby's in a long time. Oh. Blah blah blah. Chris says he's can't get a roast beef sandwich without it being gooey. That's a terrible image. That sounds disgusting. That's a gooey roast beef sandwich. That sounds terrible. That sounds weird. Wait. Oh. Oh, I gotta... Because I replied to DMs after I started stream. And now my friends are like replying to my replies, and I'm like, I feel bad if I don't reply, but also one thing they said was really funny. I need to send it. I need to share it. If you're doing it right, yes. Wait, what do you mean if you're doing it right? If you're like making your roast beef sandwich, why would a roast beef sandwich be gooey? Why would it be gooey? What would it be gooey with? What kind of sauce do they use? I don't know what... I mean, Arby's sauce is a little gooey, I guess. I don't... You know, actually, I think for a little bit we did have like an Arby's sauce in our fridge. Well, I have thought of making it good before, but I don't think the texture is good. Plus making it gross soon. Alright. I gotta like resist the urge to look at the responses for what games we played tonight. I'm still yeah, I figured we were still in the euphemism, but I'm also thinking about like that sounds kind of gross. Like sounds kind of gross. I gotta catch up on MSQ though. I'm like, and I saw the new crafted gear and it looks so good. I'm kind of excited. I need to log in as well within the next few days to go to my house that's on Dynamis before I lose it. I can't get that image of the cursed edited roast beef sandwich in my head. Wait, I feel like I haven't seen that. Probably should have put some... Oh, I could have put some... I mean, everyone can like react to this. I just figured I'd go based on the replies. Especially because I put other. I don't think I've seen the edited sandwich. I don't know if I'm gonna open it on stream though. Okay. I'm sorry, I typed fast. It doesn't normally do that. I feel like, why is it only now that I'm streaming that it's doing like the cheering? I feel like when I'm just typing messages and I'm not streaming, it's just like it's only like the smallest tidbit of sound and it's most of the effects. Why are they giving me cheers now? I'm just trying to reply quickly. Like, bleh. Time to go incognito mode? Wait, did you guys actually put it in cursed? Oh my god. You did. That's crazy. That's a big old piece of beef. You cheer when you get DMs from me, really? Aww. Oh yeah. Hold on. Alright. Wait, I cheer whenever Kie goes by DMs and says responses to one I send in the future. What do you mean? What do you mean? That'd be crazy to like respond to a DM from the future. Wait, you guys ever see those memes where it's like, this meme is from the future, you just don't understand it yet? You guys ever see the one that's like, it's like the fire alarm and it's like Among Us, but it's from before Among Us? You guys ever see that one? I find stuff like that really funny. I remember there was also like, every once in a while you'll see like a Twitter post from like 10 or more years ago get really popular because it's like some absolutely random account saying some random thing, and then it just so happens to be something that ends up happening. You haven't seen that one? Hold on. Let me find it. Let me put it on stream for you guys. Alright. Let me put it not in a weird folder. It's really low quality though. It's super low resolution. I'm sorry, there's not a whole lot of pixels in this, but this is one I think about sometimes. I'm like, you know, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I almost feel like I remember seeing this before. Maybe I saw it like when Among Us was first a thing, but I wasn't aware of Among Us. But it's this kind of thing gets me. It gets me. It gets me. It could be edited for all I know. Oh my god. There's Among Us. Which is the same pixel on my phone 24/7. Your phone is that few pixels. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. Alright. We should play something. What should we play though? What do we want to play? I do want to play more DNA. But I don't have more story to do. I want to believe that's real too, right? It's like the whole like theory of like monkeys on typewriters, you know? XCOM. I don't know if I want to play XCOM just yet. Maybe not right now. I kind of want to like, what am I feeling? In my mind, what am I envisioning? No snitties? Huh? Apex, I didn't actually end up, I started updating it last night, and I let it update for like 20 minutes, and it got like 4% done, and I was like, maybe not. I think I should just install it through Steam. But but then I think the account would be different and I would lose the stuff I had. I don't know. It's one of those cases like, wow, this is taking forever. Never mind. It also might be, I was running out of space on my hard drives. No, what? You can connect your account. Okay. I mean, you guys really think I should play Apex? I suck at Apex. I am garbage. I haven't played it in years. I don't know what anything is. I was so lost watching it. I was like, that's so much new stuff. Like, I barely knew what was going on before when I played Apex. And now it was like, huh? Not Apex? I don't want to play Apex. I don't want to play Apex alone. You realized when you were the one playing it? Yeah, but I was like, looking at 2 players too so I could get that winner dinner chicken. You better be making chicken right now. You better be making chicken, and you better send pictures of that chicken too. You know, what the hell did you do with all that oil you had? Did you just did you take care of it, or did you? Fried chicken attempted. Yeah. What did you think I meant? I used to be a demon in the game I'm watched now. I only think I ever was like a demon at, I think, was like rhythm games and maybe Naraka Blade Point. I was pretty good at Naraka Blade Point. That oil is stored away in the bottles? Okay, good. How many? How many what? Wait. How many what? For the turkey grease? I was asking, oh, how many bottles? Oh, okay. 3 full gallons and a half gallon. That's a lot. That is a lot. You were high diamond? I think the highest rank I've ever been in something was like regionally was like 14th, 15th, somewhere around there. Because when I used to play a lot of Osu, I was like 15th in the US or something. But globally, I was like top 700, something like that. I was pretty good, to be fair. I was pretty good. I was really good. Well, I'm mouthing it. I'm not mouthing it right now. I'm always mouthing it though. That's just me. I'm the mouth. That's what I do. That's what I do. I don't know. I do kind of have a desire at the moment to like play something that I can play quite a bit of and like get better at. I guess I kind of have that desire at the moment. Because it does feel nice to have a game that's like challenging, that you have to like push yourself a little bit and like try to get better. I don't know. I like that. I like feeling like I've improved, right? I think everyone likes that feeling. I don't think I want to play Counter-Strike. I have bad memories of Counter-Strike. Oh, bad memories. But I feel like I don't know. I don't like getting into games like that alone though. Left 4 Dead, I don't know if that's really a skill game, is it? I don't like any of those kinds of games alone. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Tara. But the thing is, my memories of playing Counter-Strike is like going in, my friend telling me, hey, you should talk in the voice chat. I talk in the voice chat, and then everyone in like the team surrounds me and like blocks me in a corner. And it's like, it's basically kind of like being like weird, people being weird just about me being a girl. That's why I'm like, I don't want to play Counter-Strike. I don't want to play Counter-Strike. I don't want the, oh my god, a girl? I don't want that. I don't want the experience. I wanna, my friend was trolling me hard. I found out after a while he was actually like cheating as well. So, not like cheating like, oh, his like girlfriend or something, cheating like in-game. And I was like, oh, it's kind of disappointing. Play Valorant? I have played Valorant before when it first came out. I did play with I did like some like Valorant collab stuff too. It's been a long time though. Also, I just don't like the Riot client, whatever, Riot Vanguard, because like you have to like disable stuff and it's a pain in the ass. I don't really think I want to play a competitive PvP game too much. Secure boot or whatever, yeah, because it's incompatible with certain other things. I remember like there was some other stuff I was trying to do before. So some other software I was trying to use that it was like giving me trouble with. Speedrunning, I would rather kill myself. I do not want to be a speedrunner. I should be careful about the things I say. Yeah, in game, of course. I do not want to be I do not ever want to be a speedrunner. No, thank you. In Minecraft, I would rather kiss myself than be a speedrunner. Exactly. Nothing against, well, not nothing against speedrunning. Nothing against, you know, people who enjoy watching speedrunning. It is interesting, you know. There's definitely things about speedrunning that is interesting. However, you guys have not experienced what I have experienced of living with someone who's really bad at speedrunning, but really wants to be a speedrunner, who acts like a child about speedrunning. I have been traumatized. I want to become a Megabonk streamer. I haven't played Megabonk. I know I've heard it's really good, but I've never actually like seen anyone playing it. I like co-op skill games. Although co-op skill games are hard though, because like if your skills are no longer matched, then it gets kind of difficult to play together. And I'm very like I liked playing fighting games when I was a kid, right? I liked playing fighting games when I was a kid with my brother and my sister. Except I was always better than my sister, and she hated that, and so she wouldn't want to play with me. She'd be like, "You always beat me. What's the point of playing?" So that kind of sucked. Time to play zombies? I don't know. Does he have an ex-dorm mate who's trying to be a league coach? Feel like Vampire Survivor might like Megabonk? I wasn't the biggest fan of Vampire Survivor, however, not because I don't like the format of the game itself, but I didn't like how inactive the gameplay was though. I liked, what was it? Trying to remember the name. There was a Vampire Survivor like Wedding Witch. I really liked Wedding Witch because it was more active. You had to like aim stuff. It was more active gameplay, so I really liked it. I did try Holocure when it first came out. I haven't played it since. Like I'm gonna main a Mishima and hit all the wave dash lightnings. God no. Time to play Tarkov. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I like learning to play. I like learning new stuff. So I think I do like skill games because it does require learning. Megabonk might be hard because it's kind of Vampire Survivors, but you can slide and jump. I don't know. I like the like aiming and like having to like input stuff, I guess. I like inputs. I can't help it. I will always be a rhythm game junkie. I will always be a rhythm game junkie. So like having to put in a lot of inputs. My favorite part of playing Helldivers is using stratagems. I'm not gonna lie, that might be my favorite part. Using the stratagems and like doing the what's the extraction thingy? Those are my favorite things. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's complex, it's fast, it's an expression of skill. Ugh. Monster Hunter is like a good skill game if you think about it. Kind of. I did like Wilds. I haven't played Wilds since I upgraded my PC. It might be able to handle it better now, because I struggled with streaming Wilds. It's so fun trying to do solo stealth runs in Helldivers. It's great when you accidentally drop the 380 on the squad. Ah, my gosh. Honestly, I do like fighting games though. Fighting games are like easier because it's like 1v1, so you don't have like a toxic team that's like, wow, you're shit, why are you playing this game? That's something I hate. Maybe the update in 3 days will actually optimize the game. Copium? I don't think that's happening. I think that's a little too much copium. I'm finally fixing the issues next path. Aha. Awesome, thanks for the follow, Desmond. Thank you. This VTuber is moderately fertile, swagger acid. Huh? What do you mean my moderately fertile swagger? Hold on a second. Hold on. What do you mean moderately fertile? Huh? What does that mean? What? Literally, I moderately? Excuse me? I am at at the peak of my fertility, thank you. As much as I would really like to say that I might not actually be, however, actually, no, I might be. That's not fair. That's not fair. I'm not gonna put that to the test. I'm not gonna put that. What does that mean? That's like insulting though. It's like, excuse me, who are you calling moderately for that, huh? I could have a child if I want to. Probably. I'll need to talk to my doctor. That's the thing about peak. It's that it's only downhill from there. No. Listen, I'd like to think I'm currently on the uphill. Okay, I am getting healthier. Yeah. So, yeah. I peaked in college. I went to college for 1 year when I was 18. I did not peak when I was 18. A plateau is still a peak. Wait, that is true. Actually, wait, no. A plateau being a peak, that's fine. That is fine, actually. It means you could be at your best point, and it's not a single point in time. It's like a long period of time. Yeah, that is good. That is good. Yeah. You know what? That is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good to think about a plateau like that. About my exponential growth is wild. It's wild. Actually, I don't know. I mean, if we're... I'm thinking about it like, yes, I have no clue how fertile I am. I have no idea what my current ability to I don't know what it is right now. I mean, by age, it's like I guess like this would be peak time. But by like health and stuff and condition, hard to say. And medication, I don't know. Keeps getting better further down the line. Yeah, well, kinda. It's more like a bell curve. More like a bell curve. Careful not to get too close to the edge of the plateau. You really overthink this? Oh, because I'm like, well, I mean, like, technically, like, I don't know if I am for that, right? And this, but it's like, it's the kind of thing, like, you don't know till you try, also. So, like, okay, it gets to me because, okay, listen, okay, okay, alright. I don't remember if I ever talked about it on stream before. It's been about a year. Okay, the thing is, it has been about a year, a little bit over a year since I got diagnosed with something, that was basically like, you may or may not be able to have a child. So I guess it's, for me personally, it's like, well, I mean, I don't know. So I'm okay. That's a lot of O's, I'm sorry. They were like, well, it's something. Yeah, well, no, it's okay. It's not anyone knows. So it's well, okay. It's one of those things like I won't know till I try, and if I improve my health and eat the diet that my doctor told me to eat and do the things my doctor told me to do, then it should increase the chance that I would be able to. So you know, it's something that was very devastating for me, but I've had a lot of time to come to terms with it now, so it's okay. It's okay. You volunteer tribute? Are you gonna be my what's it? What's the word? Are you gonna be the one who gets pregnant instead for me? What's it called? Yeah, you're gonna be the surrogate for me. A chat surrogate? That'd be crazy. It's funny. Other side of the equation. Listen, you guys gotta go out. Wait, maybe I should think before saying this. It might sound really bad. I was gonna say you guys should go out and have kids for me, since in case I can't. But that could be really bad to suggest. Maybe it's like a bad suggestion. It's like a. But that could be a bad thing to do. No, I wasn't gonna say go touch grass. I was more like I was saying go touch ass. They'll have children if the girls name them Kie. Yeah, and then one of them can have kids, and then we'll come full circle. Or did I just come back to hi? I'll mail you all the babies I make as long as I don't have to pay child support. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's wild. Don't do that. Do not do that. Please. In all seriousness, don't mail me anything that came out of your body. I will be hiring lawyers. Too bad you can't have a kid alone. That is true. What if it's to be a father before the well goes dry? You know, that's a tough part. That's a, you know, it's like okay, I remember seeing this like sometime this last year. But it's like for like women, it's like we have like a biological clock, right? Like we will get too old to have children, right? So it's like for us, we need to have children sooner, before we're too old, and then like a lot of problems would come up. But for guys, it's like, oh, I can't have kids too soon because it's like not a good time yet, right? It's like not yet time, not yet ready. You know, it's like stuff like that. So it's like it's difficult because I guess on average, it's like men and women tend to be like on opposite sides of like, I need to hurry up, and also I'm not ready yet. It's a tough balance. Tough balance. Oh. Is that a dare? I'll empty myself out by the time it's okay. Of what? Of what? Like I got bump today, No! That's so sad. That's so sad. Ugh. I looked out at my flowers today. My moon flowers are no longer blooming, neither are my morning glories. However, the pansies I got are biggest fuck. And some of the other flowers I planted, my favorite flowers that I planted, they're probably not gonna bloom till spring, but they've gotten pretty big. Has there been an MPreg surrogate? That's crazy. How does that work? Do they have to like implant a womb into you? Right? Like they would have to. That's supposed to be like, oh, that's okay. I just am like, how does it? Do they implant like a womb? Is it like a real womb, or is it like a what you call a prosthetic womb? I'm just thinking about it now. What happens if they put a womb inside you? What happens? That's crazy. I think they'll like. You know, I'm not actually sure. Is that even biologically possible? I don't know. I think there's probably it probably would be difficult. Look, I'll say science is advanced, so probably doable. That is true. That's true. There's the issue of like rejection and stuff, like body rejection. But I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it, like I might be able to be a surrogate, right? Because like. It would be difficult for me to get pregnant. And I'm not 100% sure the why. However, I think if it was like they implanted something like as to be a surrogate, I think that is like possible. Like, I think I could be a surrogate, but getting pregnant myself would be difficult. I don't know. With the condition that I have, it's like, well, it's not like my body can't handle being pregnant. It's just more like it difficult for it to become pregnant, kind of. Something like that. Something like that. So it's like, well, technically I wouldn't need you guys to be surrogates for me, because like the issue isn't like the carrying. It's the conception, I guess. Would men even have the body shaped in a way to conceive? Well, I think the issue would like be concerns about like your internal organs. If I remember correctly, when a woman gets pregnant, right, I think her internal organs do tend to shift around to make space. I think that's the case, but I'm not sure if like female bodies are like more. I want to use malleable, but I feel like it's really weird to use in this context. But malleable is the only word I can think of. Like the female body might be more malleable or like pliable. It's like easier to like shift around and adjust to make space for like growing a child inside. Whereas like maybe, I don't know if the male body is as much, but maybe like hormones is enough to like fix that. Because I don't know, if you think of like skeletal structure and stuff, and like muscle makeup, I don't know, like the way like the body is built a bit. It is different a little bit. It's also why like it's kind of dangerous for some women to have like to get pregnant, because their body just can't handle it because they have some issues. So actually, okay, it might be surprising. Might be a little unexpected. I was really into science, actually. Fertilization growth of the baby, right? Like early on, probably would be able for most people. But then yeah, that's where you kind of get the issues for like the hip bones. Yeah, that's a huge. Well, okay. I don't think the hip bones would be a huge issue, given the fact that if you're a man, or like if you have a male body and you were carrying a baby, I don't think you are going to be giving birth the normal way. I think that's a C-section case. So I don't think the hips would matter. It is kind of freaky to think about though. When I think about like, oh yeah, you know, what the hell would it be like to give birth? It's like, I just like, you know, there's a reason it's painful, right? Because like your body is just like expanding to let something through. The male pelvis can't handle it. Yeah, it just cuts them out. Yeah. Put a garden hose fully up. Yeah. But like, that's also like, not every woman has a body built for giving birth though, right? And that's why we have like C-sections and stuff, and surrogates and all that other stuff. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Like maybe there's some men that would be able to like carry a baby and it'd be fine. In the same way that there's some women that can't. Maybe I don't know. It's not the kind of, okay, I'm really into science and all, but it's not the kind of science I'm into. That's not the kind of science I was ever into. I mean, I guess I studied it enough. I'm well aware enough for the sake of my own health. I feel pretty malleable. I'm sorry, was that a weird word choice? That was the only word I can think of that was like really suited what I was trying to say. Guys are all about destroying their pelvis until you have to get. Exactly. They're like, oh, you know, destroying my pelvis, and then when it's like, okay, give birth, it's like, wait, no. Need the male baby making hips? Exactly. It's still possible. I know a person who's biologically impossible to give birth, yet she had 5 kids. Yeah, well, there's different reasons that it's like biologically difficult. Like sometimes it could be like, okay, you guys know how birth works, right? You guys know how like pregnancy and conception and all that works, right? Like the woman has ovaries, in the ovaries eggs come out, ovary go through uterus, and then the sperm and uterus plus egg make baby. It fertilizes egg slowly grows into baby, right? So there's a lot of things along the way that could go wrong. Like inside the uterus, like there's the stuff that like feeds baby, gives baby nutrition, right? I think it's like the egg gets like sticks itself into the lining of the uterus, and that's how like the umbilical cord and stuff happens. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that happens. Is the egg sticks itself and then just kind of like grows off of it. But you know someone that had a heart-shaped uterus which made conception very— oh yeah, that sounds like— ooh, but there's a lot of things along the way that could make it difficult, right? For example, if we go from the very start, let's say in the ovaries, right, where the egg comes from, maybe you have eggs that are infertile, right? Or like eggs that are like non-viable, right? So that could be one issue. That's something where you would probably get like an egg donor or something if you wanted to resolve that. And then you could get pregnant. Well, I don't know if they would like implant that. They would. I feel like they would probably fertilize the egg and then just implant it like that, rather than putting the egg in you and be like, okay, now fertilize it. I feel like that'd be weird. But oh my god, so you're gonna ask Evil that? Oh no! Oh no! But there could be that. There could be issues with like the way that like maybe you have viable eggs, but your body has issues releasing the eggs. Maybe you have viable eggs and you know your body releases eggs just fine, but then your uterus has issues.
099A7 asked me, so Kie,
oh
is
god.
it possible for MP-Rig to happen? I need
MP-Rig?
opinion since you're a master scientist or something. Kie Kyoko Omigar. Oh, Chris 09987. As the evil genius here, let me drop some science. Empereg in the lab of chaos, sure. Squish those hips, brew a baby. Boom.
Boom?
But IRL? Nah, biology's a bitch. Still, for you gremlins dreaming of pelvis destruction, I'll hit the chaos button and make it happen. Your waifu thanks me.
What? Oh my god. But anyways. I don't know what she meant by that last part. I'm not gonna think about it. 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 But yeah, there's a lot of things. So I enjoy science, but I'm not really like a biology kind of person, right? I mean, I guess I know biology from the sake of like, this is how it works, and it's important to know and all that. We've been having a pregnancy conversation. I'm sorry, Evan. I'm sorry. It's just how it be sometimes. Sometimes that's the topic of the day. That's how it is. Listen, if you like MILFs, if you want the dommy mommy or any other kind of mommy in your life, you gotta be able to accept that pregnancy exists. It's just, you can't have one without the other, okay? You can't have one without the other, all right? It doesn't work out. Doesn't work out. Volunteer to Empire sounds like an it would be quite something. Well, I mean, human skin is pretty like, pretty stretchy, I guess. Like it can stretch, it will grow more, right? So it's like possible. Your body will change a lot, but I was very good at bio in high school, but it's been years. So I was really into actually neuroscience. Not so like I knew a bit of biology just from like health class, whatever. And like I mean, I think because as a girl, right? I don't know, I feel like it might be the normal thing or like the thing you're supposed to do at least, but like you get the talk. And not the talk about like, oh, well, when you like a girl very much, but the talk of like, okay, so your body's gonna do all these wacky things, and this is why it's doing those wacky things, and this is what you have to do about those wacky things, right? There's the talk about like, yes, here's how much it sucks to be a woman, good luck. And then they give you like the book about like, what's puberty and all that. So like, a lot of what I know is from like learning in class or like through stuff like that. You know, everyone has a different kind of talk, but I remember having the talk, well, my mom gave me a book. And I mean, I liked books, so I didn't mind. And I was pretty awkward anyway, so I don't know if I would have been able to handle a talk. But I had a book, and it went over a lot of things about like, you know, how it all works. And some of it is just like, well, like reading about like different conditions, and like my own condition that I have and stuff like that. So, you know. But I was more into neuroscience. I wasn't too into biology. I was more into neuroscience. I like a lot more stuff about like brain chemistry and stuff like that. What do you mean, bruh? What do you mean, bruh? My parents are straight up with me, and I feared the monthly release. The what? You mean like periods? You're afraid of periods? You know, I feel like most guys are afraid of periods, though. 'Cause I feel like you guys, on average, you have no clue what it is. You have no clue what it is. It's kind of funny. Have you afraid of periods? I don't know. They're at the end of every sentence. You know? I never thought it was scary. That's good. That's good. It's really not that bad. It's kind of funny. It's kind of gross, but it's not that bad. You know, sometimes you just have a jellyfish pop out of you, and it's just how it is that day. You know? It's just how it is that day. I know all there is to know. I have 6 sisters. 6 sisters sounds crazy. Are you the only brother with 6 sisters? That would, I feel like you must have had an intense time growing up. That would be, oh, that sounds terrifying. Ugh. So when it's periods, guys need to be extra careful around girls because mood is jumpy. You could say 10 sisters, you include my gal pals. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's kind of sweet. I think. I hope. I mean, it sounds like it could be like a nice thing, like, oh yeah, you know, my friends are like sisters to me. It's just, you know. Oh, wait, that's cute. It helped with her cramps. That's cute. I mean, it's a lot of like hormone and like chemistry kind of stuff that goes on in the body. So it's difficult. It's complicated. It's difficult. Oh, to have a cuddly girlfriend. Everyone says that. And then some people don't actually end up meaning that. And it's frustrating. Oh, to have a girlfriend. It's okay, I feel that. Oh, to have a girlfriend. Oh, so sad. So sad. I haven't seen too many women that I'm constantly believed to be either gay or already in a relationship or cheater. Aww. Well, of those things, probably being gay would be the best option. I don't know. I mean, notice no place to responsibly acquire a girlfriend. That sounds like you're like picking her up somewhere. Like you're like, I'm responsibly acquiring this girlfriend by like going to the store, buying her. It sounds so weird. One woman went up to me, saw me across the face and called me a traitor, a hater, a creeping bag. That's just lyrics, isn't it? I bet that's just lyrics. Coming from you, I bet that's just lyrics. I feel like it probably is. But I don't know. I don't trust anything you say. You were insulted? Mm-hmm. Insulted? And did it just so happen to also be the lyrics of a song? Hmm? Hmm? It's gotta be Megadeth. No way it's not. Wait, too many male gay friends that my family would wonder? Aww. I feel bad when that happens. You know? My family with me in relationships is like, when I was like 14, my mom was like, you can't date someone far away because like you're gonna have kids and then I won't be there. And then like my mom was also, when I was 14, I had this friend that was 18 and she was like, you should date him and have kids. And I was like, I'm 14. You have feelings for like someone else, and I was like, you should go get her. You're a good person, right? Ugh. Man. Not 1-to-1, but damn, it's close. That's oh my god. If it's a very new one, or that's crazy. That's crazy. But then, like, nowadays, my grandma always calls me, like, so when are you getting married? I'm like, Maybe Chris was actually told that and the accuser was using the lyrics. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm at an age that my mom is something like that too now. Go give me grandkids. My mom doesn't talk to me about grandkids, but my mom doesn't talk to me anyways. But my grandma doesn't talk to me about great grandkids. She just talks to me about, like, she's like, you gotta get married before I die so I can die peacefully knowing that you're gonna be taken care of. That's what my grandma says to me, and then I feel really bad. I'm like, listen, grandma, I've tried, okay? It's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. And it makes me really sad though, because she's like, yeah, I want you to get married before I die. I'm like, I don't have any say in that. I don't have any say in that. Every time I go to family meetup, my Tia's brother, my Tia's brother me saying, where's the girlfriend at? Oh, your Tia's, I see, okay. Honestly, I don't know if my sister's ever had a boyfriend. I mean, not in a way of like, maybe she's had a girlfriend, but like, I don't think my sister's ever been in a relationship. I don't know. I know my brother's had girlfriends before. I feel pretty bad because my brother's like pretty terrible. Someday I'll finally no longer be accused of cheating and finally score one victory. You know what? We all feel that way. Someday I'll finally score a victory. Someday. This is like a relationship right now. I don't feel prepared until I feel completely independent. It's tough. It is tough. However, you guys, you know, I was told this kind of recently. I was told this kind of recently, right? Like when I just by some stranger, right? But it's something I've seen like older people talk about sometimes too, right? And I think it's something that's like easy to kind of forget a bit or like not realize or like get caught up, you know. But I'm bringing you guys closer, okay? Listen, okay? You guys better listen to this. Take it to heart. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music. Okay, you guys ready? You can't wait until you are at like the perfect spot in your life to actually like be in a relationship, okay? Because there's no guarantee that you ever will be in a perfect spot in your life. When you're in a relationship, it's a lot more about like working together, you know, not so much like I'm gonna wait until I'm perfect, because you're never going to be perfect. There's no perfect situation. Like there's an idea of a perfect situation, but you will never be in a perfect situation. And if you always like hold back or think I'm not ready because I'm not in a perfect situation, then you're never gonna get there. And it's scary, it's spooky, and you know, you feel like I'm not ready yet. And like, you know, it's valid to be like, I'm not ready yet because like I have maybe like things I need to deal with still, like trauma or like getting therapy or whatever. But there's no point in feeling like you're not ready because you were not yet like independent enough or something. And I think it's worse if you like stop yourself from even trying or thinking about it just because you think you're not ready. Because eventually there will come a time where something comes up, right? Like relationships happen, right? They're never something that's planned out. You don't ever be like, I'm gonna go out and find a girlfriend, and then you just happen to find a girlfriend, right? It's just, it happens. Most of the time, at least, it happens. So you have to be like mentally prepared for like, okay, I'm in the situation I'm in right now. However, I want to have this relationship because, you know, I will be able to figure things out, right? You figure things out as you go. It's very important to not be like, oh, I can't do anything yet because I'm not ready. Like if you I know, like, if you're at the point where you feel like you're not ready for a relationship, this is going to be a lot to think about. But, like, if you think about having children, right? Nobody knows what to do when they have kids. Nobody knows how to be a parent. You learn a lot from watching your own parents and from, like, seeing other examples and stuff, but nobody is prepared for being a parent the first time. And even when you're on, like, your second or third kid, a lot of people still, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. They just realize, fuck it, I just go with the flow. What happens, happens. So it's easy to get caught up in that thought of, like, I'm not ready yet. You know, I want to be in a better space, but you don't need to be in a better space to be able to have a relationship, and you shouldn't hold yourself back. You shouldn't let that, like, kind of fear control you, right? You shouldn't hold yourself back. Let what happens happen. Go with the flow. Things will work out, you know? And if it comes to a point where you're, like, very serious and you're in a relationship and you feel like, you know, I want to do things, but, like, I, you know, can't because, like, I'm not independent enough. Like, let's say, for example, right, if you meet someone, you start dating, and it's like, oh, but I still live with my family. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay if you, like, start dating someone who still live with your family. And then if it gets to a point where it's like, okay, well, we want to live together, and I still live with my family, and I'm not really able to move out on my own, that's the point where it's like, instead of being like, oh, well, I shouldn't date because I can't move out, right? Because I'm not ready for that. There's, like, the period of time where you want to date to get to know someone. Like, you don't want to live together right away, right? Because it's a bad idea. But if you do get to that point where you're like, I want to live together with this person, but I'm not able to currently live on my own. I think a big thing that's easy to not realize is having that desire to move out and live with someone is often, like, having that reason, that purpose of having someone that you want to live with is often what it takes in order for you to be able to get yourself into a position where you can do that. It's very difficult to be like, I have no reason to move out, but I don't want to date anyone because I can't move out. So I will wait until it's very easy to be like, I'm going to wait until I'm ready and then try. And then because you don't have any reason to get ready, there's no reason to, right? Because it's just you, and you're like, well, I'm just going to wait till I'm ready. But you end up waiting until you're ready for a long time. And then you never move forward, right? So that's why it's like, maybe you're not ready, maybe you're not in the perfect situation, but that's okay. It's okay to not be as independent as you want to be. It's okay to not be in the right situation. It's okay to, you know, still live with your family, you know? All that stuff is okay. Sometimes being in that relationship and wishing that you had been independent is what it takes for you to become independent. It's self-defeating, yeah. It stops you from actually being able to do what it is that you feel like you should do first. It's scary. Yes. It's very scary. However, a lot of things are scary. And you can't let that fear stop you. You know? Sometimes you have to push through the fear. And sometimes you will push through the fear. You'll do everything you were supposed to do, and it might still not work out. That happens. It really sucks. It's terrible. It's awful. It's horrible. Worst experience. But it happens. And it's something you have to accept can happen. I know some people are like, I don't want to open myself up and be vulnerable because I could get hurt. And so they won't open themselves up, right? They won't be vulnerable. But because they don't let themselves be vulnerable, they don't let themselves feel like they don't let themselves be vulnerable. And because they don't let themselves be vulnerable, they don't end up developing feelings in the same way, right? Like, for example, it's harder for them to fall in love because it's like, well, I don't actually trust this person. I don't let myself rely on them. So it's harder for me to even develop a connection because I'm so afraid of what if it goes wrong that I can't even have one in the first place. Vulnerability is not a weakness. Okay? Pain happens. And sometimes that pain is important. Sometimes the fact that you got hurt meant something, you know? Last time I went through something really difficult. There was something that my friends told me. My very, very good friend. My good friend. She said to me, you you know, yes, it's tough, but like, it's who you're falling for, who you're going through these things for, that makes it like, you know, it sucks, it's rough, it hurts, but it's still kind of special because you're doing it for the other person, kind of. Like, going through the hard times because you love someone. And I don't know. I'm trying to think how to put it, but it's good to be vulnerable. It's scary. And you can get hurt, but if you stop yourself from being open to that, you're gonna stop yourself from getting anywhere. And that's even worse, I think. I think that's even worse. I've been hurt a lot, right? I've had a lot of relationships. I've been hurt very badly in some of them. But I do not regret having those relationships, though. I don't regret being hurt because I was able to be open. I was able to, you know, have my feelings in their entirety. And I think that that's important. You know, it's important. You can't really have like a relationship if you're not open to being hurt. You know? I think not showing vulnerability is being greatness to men. It absolutely is. And it's really tough because not being vulnerable, like not opening up to someone, not being open with someone, not being vulnerable, not like being completely honest does make it a lot harder to like develop a connection with someone. So yeah, and then not like that's like okay. I've been through that so much, you guys, okay? I've been through that so much because I've had so many relationships where like I had someone tell me at the end like, you know, I didn't ever love you. And why? Why did they never love me? I don't think it was ever because of anything I did. I think a lot of the time I think it's because they were afraid to be vulnerable because they didn't want to be hurt. Right? So because they didn't want to be vulnerable, they didn't let me in. Right? They didn't let me in. They didn't let themselves like feel anything about me because they were so afraid that if they did, they would be hurt. I have been told that so many times. The worst part is, the last relationship I had, went back and forth a lot between them saying that they loved me and also saying like, I don't know if I love you. And at the end, they were like, you know, I don't think I ever loved you from the very beginning. That hurt a lot. And I think the way I think the reason they never did is because they were never able to open up to me. They were so closed off to me. They could not even feel anything about me, even though like I tried very, very, very hard. I tried very hard. It meant nothing because they weren't open to it. And that's something that is usually called like emotionally unavailable. It sucked because he told me that like I don't think I ever loved you at all, and then he told me like I know you told me a lot of like everyone else has told you that, and I'm telling you that too. And I was like, fuck you. I didn't say that at the time. I was sobbing. I was so hurt. The fact that someone I had told that, yeah, a lot of people have told me that they never even loved me from the start, and then they'd be like, you know, yeah, I never loved you from the start. This is terrible. It is awful experience. But maybe if I tell you guys this, you guys will be like, you know, that's what happens if you can't be vulnerable. If you can't open yourself up and open yourself to being hurt, you will never be able to like develop those feelings that would make you happy, right? You can't have the happiness without having some of the pain as well, you know? Like it's like people say like you can't be happy. You can have ups without having the downs, right? You can't be happy without being sad. If you're always just neutral, you're never going to be happy. You have to have the sadness sometimes. You have to have the pain sometimes. This is an awkward time for you to come back with food. Ugh, I'm sorry I haven't been able to like read chat a whole lot either because I was like, I feel like you guys said some things and I'm like, hey, listen, I need to tell you guys, right? Because like, it's frustrating because when you're like, you know, you're in something with someone, you can't really tell them because but as someone who is uninvolved, as someone who is telling you guys this, maybe you can listen to what I say. Maybe you can trust and believe in what I say,
And yeah, yeah. Maybe it'll help at least one of you. Okay? Cause like, I think about it. I was on a trip earlier this year, and there was this random bus driver who stopped me and like talked to me for like almost an hour. And I was with someone else at the time, and they were like, you know, you can't wait until you're ready because you're never gonna be ready. There's never gonna be the point in time where you are ready. You just have to work with what you have, and that's enough. That's enough. It's never gonna be perfect. You are never gonna be perfect. No one is ever gonna be perfect. And like, I think most people have heard like, right, nobody's perfect, right? Everyone knows the saying, nobody's perfect. But like, I feel like not enough people take that to heart. Or like, not enough people like understand what that means. You know? Because it's like, you're not gonna be perfect. You're gonna have your flaws. Everyone has their flaws. There's never gonna be someone who has no flaws. And if they had no flaws, I mean, that's a flaw. If they had no flaws, it's kind of a flaw. Everyone has their flaws, and like, I guess that's where you get like compatibility and stuff, right? Because like for some people, like let's say like your flaw is like, oh, I hate vegetables, and someone else's flaw is I hate meat. Or I don't know. I don't know. You have like you can't have like a carnivore and like I don't know where I'm going with this, but you know, there's compatibility. There's some things that are just like it just doesn't kind of work out, and like that's okay. It happens. Flaws is strange. Yeah. If they had no flaws, they would be the most hated person. Honestly, probably, because some people tend to hate people that they think don't have flaws or that they think are better. You know, this is just kind of insecurity thing. Some people, you know, that's how some people handle their insecurities. Everyone's different. I think it's the idea of like the idea of waiting until like you feel like you are like ready or like perfect or, you know, completely solved. Waiting until you feel like you are solved, I think seems like the idea that makes me really sad, because I don't think anyone is ever really completely solved. So it makes me sad to be like to hear you guys say like, oh, I don't think I'd ever be ready for a relationship because like I feel like I'm not independent enough. It's like, but if you wait until you feel like you are perfectly ready, you're never gonna feel that way. Like life is always, there's always something to like work on. There's always something you can improve about yourself, right? And if you feel like you have nothing to improve about yourself, but then you're probably just oblivious to your own problems. You're probably oblivious to your own problems then, which is not a good thing. But not a good thing. But like life, you're always like working on things. Like I think about it when I think about my grandma. Or like, well, thinking about it makes me think about my grandma. My grandma, she's old. She's like 80 or something. Okay? She's old and she can barely walk anymore. And she's constantly like, oh, I still need to do this, and I still need to do that, and I still need to do this. There's just always something that she still needs to do. And I think that this is how life is, right? There's always something that still needs to be done. You're never done. You're never done. And I think that's why it's sad if you stop yourself from doing anything because you feel like you need to be done first. Because you're never gonna be done. And that's not a bad thing. It's just the process of life. It's, you know, you progress through, things happen, things change, you know, circumstances change. There's a lot of things you don't have any control over. Yeah, perfect relationships don't involve perfect people. It involves people who are willing to and want to grow together. Exactly. You help reinforce each other's shortcomings and boost each other's strengths. Exactly. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be, you know, anything. You don't have to be anything. You just have to be you and to be willing. That's really all. You have to be willing and wanting to try your best. You have to be willing and wanting to try your best. Willing to do what you have to do, even if it's not what you want to do. And willing. You know, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be. So that's my TED Talk. It's not really tech though, right? TED Talks are mostly, well, I mean, maybe they're not all tech, but that's my TED Talk for you guys, okay? That's my TED Talk for you guys. No more oh, I am not independent enough for a relationship. Okay? No more of that. No more of that. I don't want to see you guys say that at all. Okay? We can joke around about, yeah, you guys go out, have kids in case I can't, okay? But I would need time to ingrain that, if I'm being completely honest. It feels like a stigma everything I was taught. That's okay. It's okay. It does take time to change those kinds of things. It does take time. And that's something that's like, maybe, I honestly, I won't even say that you should wait to work on that kind of mindset before actually trying. Because like I said before, right? Actually like being in a relationship is sometimes the motivation you need to be able to work on the things that you think you need to do before being in a relationship. Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes being in a relationship is what it takes for you to actually do the things you think you have to do to be ready to be in a relationship, okay? Sometimes it's motivation. Motivation is not an easy thing to find all the time, okay? Motivation can be very hard to find. Okay, there's a lot of people, like you guys over here, you guys have probably heard stories about like, oh, you know, someone's like, you know, maybe like good for nothing, and then like their like girlfriend gets pregnant, and then like all of a sudden they're like, they step up and they're like, oh, I gotta do all these things that I wasn't doing before. Like they like, I don't know, they get a new job or something, or like they make improvements in their life, like they quit doing drugs or something, right? You hear those kinds of stories. And it's not always so extreme, but I think it's a very good example of like sometimes that's what it takes to get the motivation to do what you have to do. And I think that's not a bad thing. Like, sure, it would be nice if everyone could always get the things done that they need to do without having to be in an extreme situation. But like, are you kidding me? I don't vacuum my room till it looks bad. Everyone's like that sometimes, I think. And to some degree, I think everyone is like that. I don't vacuum my room until it's like, oh, there's like clumps of cat hair on the floor, you know? Like, I have to have the motivation of like, wow, it's gotten kind of bad. I gotta do something about this, you know? And sometimes, you know, that's what it takes. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay. It's normal. It's it's how it be. It's how it be. And I don't think anyone should like be hard on themselves about that. I don't think you should ever be like, oh, I haven't vacuumed my room, so I can't date yet. It's like, well, maybe dating is what it takes for you to be able to vacuum your room, you know? Maybe that's what it takes. It's okay to not change your sheets this year. Yeah, you've got a couple of weeks. You know, I won't judge you if you don't change your sheets till next year. As long as you change it before 2027. I don't clean my cave until I have friends over. Exactly! Exactly! And you know what? Maybe I'm crazy, but I think that's okay. I think that's okay, right? Because like, as long as you're okay, as long as you're not like, as long as it's not detrimental to your health, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything on time. You don't have to do everything all the time. Honestly. Change your sheets every 2 weeks, every week if you have to. Sometimes it's hard. Christina's dying and I've had a cough for so long. No! I may sneeze a lot more than usual. Aw, that's okay. I have 3 rooms in my house and I never use, so I don't clean them. Honestly, I struggle with keeping up with cleaning until things get pretty bad. And like part of that is because I have a certain issues I have. You know, like I have a big D. Yes, I have a big D. So that makes it difficult, right? And it's gotten really bad. It's gotten really bad before. When I lived by myself, I think the first time I lived by myself, it was really difficult. I had no time because I worked full time and I had a really long commute. Really tough. I had no time for anything except sleeping when I got home. Not dyslexia. Not dyslexia. The big D has hands, yeah. So I will tell you guys a horror story, okay? I will tell you guys a horror story. Okay? I'll tell you a horror story. And maybe in hearing my story, maybe you guys would be like, you know, maybe I'm not so bad. Or maybe you'd be like, you know, maybe it is normal. Maybe you shouldn't be so hard on yourself. I like cooking. I love cooking because I like food a lot. I love cooking. When I lived alone, I was like, oh, I can finally cook again because I hadn't been able to cook in years. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start cooking. I'm gonna cook whatever I want to eat because I wasn't able to cook stuff at home because my family was picky, and I wasn't able to cook stuff after I left home because I lived with other people and I wasn't able to use the kitchen. So I finally started cooking again. And I cooked whatever the fuck I wanted. Except I had the Mr. Big D in me. I'm gonna call it that because it's much nicer than saying it directly. And I had no time because I worked so much and I had such a long commute, and like most of my time was just like, well, I barely have enough time to come home and eat and then sleep. But also drink water, you guys. But I left dishes in my sink. Okay, you ready? I left dishes in my sink when I lived by myself for over a month. Did not wash the dishes at all. My days off, I think I might have either spent streaming or just like sleeping. Over a month, and you know how bad it got? There was mold growing in my sink. It smelled absolutely awful. I had to throw away. When I finally was well enough to do anything, I had to throw away everything. Okay? I had to throw away everything. And after that, we'll just ask Clear. I don't know about that. And the tough part is I really, really, really hate having dishes left around. I hate dirty dishes just being left out. I do not leave any dishes in my room, ever. I hate seeing like pots or pans that have been used left out. Oh, it gets to me so much. It gets under my skin. However, I am just as guilty as anyone else. When times are tough and I'm just as guilty as anyone else, okay? So I left those dishes in that sink for over a month. Didn't take care of them until it was so bad I couldn't even use the sink. And I saw, holy shit, there's a bunch of mold down there. And it smelled like something died. Okay? Absolutely terrible. A little traumatizing. Threw away everything finally. Oh, I had to get gloves. I had to get like huge trash bags. I tossed everything out. And afterwards, took a bit, but also thank you for the follow, Red Eye. It took a bit, but afterwards when I lived by myself, because sometime after that, I quit my job, so I started to have more time to do stuff. It was difficult. I made slow improvements on stuff, but last time I lived by myself, which was a little bit later, because I got a roommate after that. That went really badly. So I went back to living by myself, which was a couple years ago. I had in my apartment a single bowl. I don't think I had a fork. I don't think I had a spoon. I had a single bowl. I had a set of chopsticks. No cups. I think I did have plastic silverware. That is what I did. Single bowl. That was it. No plates. Nothing. No pots. No pans. I didn't cook at all. That was what I had to do in order to like not let things get so bad. That's what when I lived in Houston, that's how I lived. And to be fair, some of that was because I knew I was in a really, really, really bad spot mentally, and I knew I was not going to be able to keep up with things. And I knew that was what I had to do to be able to make it so it wouldn't get so bad, to only have a single bowl, so that way there was absolutely no way I could have a pile of dishes in my sink, and if I wanted to eat, I had to wash that bowl. Giving myself the motivation to force myself to clean by being like, this is the only thing I have to do it. Okay? Because sometimes that's where motivation has to come from, right? Sometimes it's what you have to do. That's how you deal with problems sometimes. It wasn't that bad, honestly. I really liked the bowl, actually. It was a very nice bowl. And, you know, I was able to cook with the chopsticks when I did cook. I got a little mini portable grill because I didn't buy pots or pans, and I didn't buy silverware because I also lived in a really shitty apartment that had a bunch of roaches in everything. I didn't trust the stove. I didn't want to open the drawers or cupboards or anything because there was roaches in all of them. So I wasn't going to be putting like dishes in there or anything. No way. I had a single bowl and a set of chopsticks, and I kept those in the fridge where it was safe and enclosed. So, a mix of things, right? Part of it was because I knew I wasn't going to be able to manage to do things. Part of it was because, fuck that, I'm a germaphobe. I was no way in hell am I putting like stuff in the cupboards when there's roaches in there. I would never be able to use them. That struggle was part of my childhood too, so it was kind of like it was really tough to be back in that kind of situation. But I knew my limits because I had been there before, right? And I definitely had not. I wasn't perfect, right? I wasn't perfect. Also, thank you for the recent clip. I wasn't perfect, okay, but I did my best to manage. I did my best to manage, and to do things in a way that worked for me. And it went fine. I didn't eat too unhealthy. I did get a little mini portable grill, and I also kept that in my fridge. I also kept the little like grill top in my fridge, and I would make like noodles sometimes there, or I'd make eggs and stuff. So that wasn't too bad. But you know, it's one of those. It's like I wasn't perfect, right? I absolutely was not perfect. I have these terrible problems that are really difficult to deal with. I had so much anxiety. I had to leave my lights on in my apartment all night long because I was too scared. Because I lived in a really bad neighborhood too. I lived in a really bad neighborhood. So I was too scared, and especially because I was alone, and you know, I was in a bad neighborhood, so I kept my lights on all night, and that was the only way I could like feel just to feel a little safer. Just to feel a little bit safer. And I never went outside. But at the same time, it's like it's terrible, right? It's terrible. You think like me in that situation, do you think I was like not capable of having a relationship though? I wouldn't say so. I think that would be really sad to think that like I'm not in a position to be in a relationship if something happens, because it's like, well, if something comes up, like I don't know, relationships happen. Right? You don't decide that it's time, I'm gonna find a relationship. Like they just happen. It just happens. And opportunities don't come by all the time. You know, if you don't like, what's the word? It's like every shot not taken is a shot missed or something. I feel like there's like a very specific say. Every is that every shot not taken is a shot missed? I forget. Things aren't going to work out if you never try. But if you try, they have the chance to work out. You know? Yeah, okay. I thought I was crazy because I was like thinking like, I'm not thinking too much about the shoot your shot, am I? But that's how it is, right? It's how it is. Oh, that's how I struggle with brain that it seems to work against you. Please take the heart. You only have to do your best. Yeah, you do your best when you can, and if you can't, like if your best today is not as good as it was yesterday, that's okay. That's okay. Life's a marathon, not a sprint. Exactly. Life is like, you're gonna spend your entire life working on things, trying to improve in some way. You know, you're probably gonna spend your whole life like that. Unless you're maybe like narcissistic or something. That's different. That's a different beast. That's a different beast. But you're probably gonna spend most of your life trying to improve or thinking like, oh, I gotta work on this or I gotta work on that. Especially if you're inclined to see your own flaws or see the things that you need to work on. I think it's normal to always feel like you have something to work on. So I still have to remind myself over and over that I don't have to be 100%. Yeah, that's the really hard part. So can you guys imagine me having my Mr. Big D and then going through that whole thing of having that guy tell me like, oh, I never loved you from the start. Even I know everyone else told you that, but I'm telling you that too. You know how that was traumatizing. That was traumatizing. That was so rough. It was absolutely horrible going through that. And me already having, you know, a Mr. Big D and then going through that was like, wow. Rock bottom. And it was difficult because that same exact thing. I was hard on myself. I was harder on myself than I should have been because I was like, you know, there were days where I would spiral out and I would feel like I was like even worse than I was before. And there were days where I would feel better. And when I had those days where I felt like I was doing even worse than I was the day before, I was way harder on myself than I should have been. And I did a lot of reading in that time. Okay? I did a lot of reading in that time. And I think like there's a mindset about it that helped me a lot. There's like an idea of like, you know, it's okay. It's like in my mind, I imagine it like you know, like when you see like the stock market graphs or whatever, and it's just like it's like the like chart and it's like going up and down and up and down and up and down, but there's still like the upwards trend, right? I think of it like that. Yes, you're gonna have ups and downs. Some days are gonna be better than others. Some days you're gonna feel like you're all the way back at square one. But as long as you're still moving upwards still overall, right? That's the important part, right? That's what matters. You don't have to be better every single day, as long as you are better sometimes. You don't have to always be better. As long as you are making improvements, as long as you are, you know, sometimes better. And it's okay to fall back down. It's okay. You're not losing progress. You know, you're not losing progress just because you go back down a little bit sometimes. It happens. You're human. You know, sometimes you have moments where you need to give yourself a break because you've been working hard on going upwards and then you fall back down. It's like, okay, you know, I feel this way today. Let yourself feel what you feel and then be like, okay, I let that out. Now I'm going to be better. And then I'm going to go back to moving upwards. And it's like reminding yourself like, yeah, this is why I got to move upwards, right? So that's my long TED talk about relationships and mental health. A little bit. It's they intermingle, you know. They intermingle. I hope it wasn't too weird to listen to all that. Can you use one of those positive affirmations ASMR? This feels nice. Maybe it's a good thing I paused the music. But it's hard for me to think of positive affirmations like what to say, but like I think I would rather say something much more genuine. It's been so long since I've been here. Aww. I'm glad my words hit deep. That is my goal. If I can make an impact for at least one of you, then I've done a good job. You know? If I can maybe if you are in a time where things are rough, and if you can remember what I said, like, you know, that's how it is sometimes. And that's how it's going to be, and you have to be gentle with yourself, and you should forgive yourself because you're never going to be perfect. If what I've said, if you ever remember it in a rough moment, even if you don't remember that I'm the one who said it, I think that means I did a good job. I think that is all I want. That's all I want. Okay? You feel a little better than you did before? That's good. That's good. Before wants to be said, yeah. I think a lot of people kind of struggle with that kind of stuff. It's tough. People don't talk about things enough. People don't talk about things. A lot of people keep their feelings to themselves. They don't tell anyone. I'm just as guilty of that. I'm just as guilty of that. I remember my job where I did a really good job and I was great. I was absolutely good at my job. I was amazing at my job. My boss made me a manager. She trusted me with everything in the company. I remember it had such a huge impact on me because the people I worked with were always like, you know, you're really good at your job. You know, you're a good person. You try really hard. And the thing that had the biggest impact on me was when I quit that job. And my boss told me that my biggest flaw, the whole time I worked there, my biggest flaw was that I never asked for help. And that I didn't know how to ask for help. And it's tough, because at the time, I didn't know how to take that. I didn't know what to make of that. I didn't know how to interpret that. I didn't really know what that meant. That was almost 6 years ago, a little over 6 years ago. I over 6 years ago, and I'd like to think I've made progress. I do still struggle, though. I do still struggle. It's definitely become more noticeable, where it's like, wow, I'm struggling with this thing, I'm having a hard time, and I don't ask anyone for help. There was a lot of times I realized, like, afterwards, that I was like, you know, I was going through this thing, and it was really difficult, and I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anyone how I felt. I just isolated myself, and I just went through it by myself, and I thought about the reasons, you know, why did I do that? You know, how did I make that a habit of doing that? And I realized, well, a lot of it's childhood trauma. And, you know, it's kind of like that for a lot of people. A lot of it's just like childhood trauma, or like, you know, people aren't used to that because it's not something we see a whole lot of, or like societal expectations, and, you know, like you guys said earlier, like men are expected not to be vulnerable and all that. But it's something that's like, it's not easy. It's not easy. And no one's, you know, they don't really tell you like, oh, you gotta know how to ask for help. And I'm like, how do I ask for help? How the fuck do I ask for help? how do you do that? I don't know how to ask for help. It's like, I try my best to figure out everything on my own, and then, but I think it's like needing a bit more humility, being like, I don't always have the right answer. And then realizing, like, you know, instead of being hard on myself for not always having the right answer, it's realizing that, like, I can ask for help. If I don't have the right answer, it's okay to go search for the answer with someone else. Like, to go look it up, you know, read about other people's experiences, or talk to someone that, you know, you trust. Even talk to someone that you don't trust. Talk to a lot of people. Get a lot of different opinions. And then once you have all those opinions, then decide something, you know? You don't want to ask questions because they sound dumb. I don't ask questions because I think I had really bad trust issues. I think I had really bad trust issues. It was very difficult for me to, it was very difficult for me to rely on anyone, because of the way my family was. I felt like I had to figure out everything myself, because if I left it to someone else, it would like never get done, or it would just be like forgotten. So I always felt like I had to figure out things by myself. I just felt like, oh, I can't trust anyone else to do it because it's not gonna get done. If it's like the mindset of like, oh, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. It's a terrible mindset to have, though, because not everything needs to be done right. And you know, even if something isn't done right the first time, you can always go back and redo it, right? There's a lot of like toxic mindsets that I think everyone gets taught growing up, or like we get exposed to, or things that are even like easy to like be misunderstood and apply in the wrong places in our lives. Get someone else to ask questions. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to be so afraid of asking questions or asking for help that I would have my sister talk to people for me instead. I'm still kind of bad at asking stuff. I still have my problems. I still have my troubles, and I'm still trying to work through those. But that's something that I'll always be doing. That's never something that's going to be done and over with, you know? I'm never going to be done with it. It's always going to be a work in progress, and that's okay. I think it's better to always be working on yourself in some way and trying to improve in some way, rather than just being like, I am how I am and that's fine. I mean, being fine with yourself as you are is good. However, it's good to want to improve. But you need to have that balance of being like, I want to improve, but I'm also okay with who I am. You know? There's like something that's like, oh, improving like for me, right? With my like anxiety or my ability to get things done. That's something I need to improve on. However, even though I am not where I want to be on that, I am still happy with who I am as a person. You know, and I feel bad about things I do or say sometimes. And that's just normal. That happens. I think the fact that I feel bad about it is enough that I should forgive myself. Because it's not like I'm being stubborn or I'm being like head up my ass, like thinking I'm right all the time. I definitely am not right all the time. And that's okay too. I'm not right all the time. Nobody is. And just because I'm wrong sometimes doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. Everyone's wrong sometimes. So it's okay. You know? It's okay. Asking for help is the hardest thing to do. It is. It is really hard. You know? We're social creatures trying to live by yourself and working through problems isn't what we're meant to do. Exactly. As much as it's really easy to get into that mindset of I've got to deal with everything by myself because I can't trust nobody else, or like I have to deal with this by myself because nobody else wants to hear this shit. It's not true. You're expecting yourself to do something that you are not made to do. You know? It's tough. It's tough. Also, hello, TM. Hello. Nothing wrong with being wrong or not knowing. Yeah. The only thing about being wrong is when you can't accept that you're wrong. That's the only time where being wrong is a bad thing. If you can learn to be like, you know, sorry, I was wrong, my bad, then it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. Nobody is always right. Nobody is always right. Nobody, you know, you can't always be right. You can't know everything. There's too much to know. There's too much to know, and knowing everything would be way too stressful. Way too stressful. You know? Okay, at least shit, I was wrong. Yeah. Exactly. It's very like, it's tough. It's tough. But I think, you know, key part of wisdom is knowing when you're ignorant. Exactly. Let me throw this out there. I think Kie is cute, beautiful, and amazing person. I am not cute. I am not beautiful. I wouldn't say I'm an amazing person. I'm just like anybody else. You know? Well, I'm just like most other people. I'm trying my best. There's only so much I can do. You know, if I try my best, that's all I can do, and I can live with that. It won't always be enough, but it's not always gonna be, like, I can't make up for everything though. Like, I can't always change something. Like, as much effort as I put in is not always going to be enough to actually have a difference or make a change. Sometimes things are going to happen regardless of me, and it's hard to accept that. It's hard to accept that I'm not the problem sometimes. That's something I struggle with in a lot of my relationships that I've kind of gotten better with. I used to blame myself for everything. I used to think everything was my fault. But I think after like the last relationship I was in that was very traumatizing, it was the first time I actually talked to other people about like being in a relationship as I was in a relationship, and it was the first time I had people tell me like, wow, this person's treating you like shit. I was very in denial about that, because I always kept things to myself. I always dealt with things by myself, and I trusted them. So if they ever told me like, you know, you're being unreasonable, I was like, okay, you're right, I'm sorry. I would always blame myself, and I think I held on to doing that for a very long time, ever since I was a kid, because if you blame yourself, it's a lot easier to feel like there's something you could have done, or that you have some power over the situation, and like, well, if I get better, then it won't happen again. If I improve, then I won't have to be hurt again, right? And I think that was a big reason why I would always blame things on myself, because it made it feel like, yeah, if it's my fault, then there's something I could have done, and I have some power to prevent myself from being hurt. But it's not true. You know? Sometimes there's nothing you could have done. And it's hard to accept. It's hard for me to accept still. It's a bitter feeling. It's a bitter feeling that like there was nothing you could have done and it wasn't your fault. But I think to deal with that feeling is like accepting that things don't always go right, and you know, sometimes you have to be sad, and it's worth it to be sad for the times that you'll be able to be happy because you were able to be sad. And I think that's a big part of learning to be vulnerable, is accepting that you're gonna be hurt sometimes, and that's not a bad thing, and it's like a requirement for being happy. I think it's a difficult thing to accept, and it definitely can feel very painful or very scary, but it's very important. It's very important, you know. It's very important. It's like if you're like scared of roller coasters or something. I don't know. It's like if you're scared of roller coasters, and like you're so scared, but if you can just get yourself onto that roller coaster, you will have a great ride. But that might just be me. I just really like roller coasters. I really like roller coasters. I'm not cute though, okay? I am trying my best, but I am not cute. I'm not cute. Okay? I'm not cute. Ugh. I'm trying my best. I don't know if I'm doing great. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. And that's enough, I think. Definitely not in the sense of I'm like letting myself down easy, like, oh yeah, I don't have to do too much because whatever I do is enough, but like, you know, trying my best, okay? I'm trying my best. I don't know about great, but memorable. I hope I can be memorable enough that maybe if you guys are ever having a bad day, you could remember it. Or if you're going through a tough time, you'll remember it and be like, you know what? Kie said it's okay, and I shouldn't be so hard on myself for this exact situation. So it's okay. It's okay. You know? It's okay. It's okay. Things shall be okay. Okay? We have had our group therapy for the day. I'm sorry for dragging you guys into this. I hope I didn't make anyone uncomfortable. If I have a bad day, I remember to believe in myself. Yeah! But you must remember to believe in yourself too. Okay? You know something that helps me a lot? Something I was... Okay. I hated myself a lot before, okay? I always, like, growing up, I always hated myself, right? And it was a big cause of, like, me being really insecure, really shy, and, like, having a lot of anxiety. And it was because like, a lot of things, but don't bleed in the mouth, that's unsanitary. Oh my god. But, there was one thing, though. There was one thing I always trusted myself with. There's one thing that was like, no matter what, I could always hold on to it and believe in it and be like, you know, I don't hate. There's one part of myself that I can never hate. Okay. And I think I always tried my best to do like the right things or to like be nice, or you know, you guys are like the golden rule, right? Treat other people how you want to be treated. I always tried my best. I never like. I always tried to consider other people's feelings and stuff. I always tried to be nice, and I always tried to avoid. I don't like hating people. I don't like hating people. I hate the feeling of hating, because it makes me so sad. So it was the one thing. As much as I hated myself, and there were so many things that I just did not like about myself. The only one thing I found confidence in was like, but I don't think I'm a bad person. Because I would never take advantage of someone. I would never use someone for my own sake and not consider their own feelings or anything. Like I always try to be considerate of how other people felt. And that was something that helped a lot, I think. Like having that one thing that's like, you know, I don't think I'm a terrible person. I don't think I'm a bad person. And I think that has a lot of meaning, I think. It's like it has a lot of value. There's a lot of value. You know? There's a lot of value. And because I felt like that, I was able to go on like, you know, as much as I don't like so many things about myself, I don't think I'm a bad person. I don't think I'm a bad person to exist. Like maybe existence felt kind of pointless sometimes, or like it was more effort, like more trouble than it was worth. But there was times I was like, you know, but like if I could help someone, then there was meaning in it, you know? Also, hello, Hyper Cyber. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I did it. Are you proud of me? What did you do? Did you believe in yourself? That's how I think about that a lot. Something. Thank you for the follow, just Rico. But something I think about a lot. Okay, I'll share this with you guys because this is how I've coped with a lot of things. Something I think about a lot. I went through a lot of really, really, really tough things growing up throughout my life. Okay, a lot of tough things. There's a lot of times where I wish I had someone to help me or someone to take care of me, and I just didn't have someone like that. There was nobody there that was there for me. And it really sucked. And you know, I definitely did not know how to ask for help. So maybe there's some part of it like I could have. Maybe things would have been easier if I knew how to ask for help, but you know, no changing that. But something that I always thought of a lot was like, for all the times I wish I had someone else that was like there for me. I think about it like I don't know. Do you guys know like the concept of like paying it forward? I think of it more like paying it backwards. Where it's like, well, I can't go back in time and be there for myself. Nobody can go back in time and be there for me when there was no one there for me. But, closest I can get is to try to be there for someone else. And if I can be there for someone else going through like the same thing or something different or something, then it's kind of like being there for myself in the past, right? It's like you know, like when people like be the difference, you know, like I wish I had someone there for me. I wish someone was there for me. I wish someone helped me. I wish someone, you know, did whatever. So I try to do that. I see someone else. I'm like, you know, when I was in that situation, I wish someone had done this. And so if I see that, I try to do that. I try to do that for them. Because to me, it's like doing it for the me back then. You know? Just imagine how many people you've been there for just by streaming. That is something that I really, really am glad I started streaming for. Because I've had a lot of people over the years tell me that, you know, me streaming has helped them in some way. And it means a lot to me. When I first started streaming, I wasn't really planning to stream a whole lot. My initial idea actually, I wanted to be an ASMR artist. Thank you for the gift, Sozokata. I wanted to be an ASMR artist because I struggled a lot with insomnia because of my anxiety and then the big D and stuff. And listening to ASMR helped me get sleep. So I felt like I wanted to try making ASMR because it's something that helped me get through really tough times. And so I felt like I wanted to try doing that to like give back, because those people making that ASMR got me through difficult things. So maybe, you know, if I make it too, maybe I'll be able to help someone else too. Like, you know, because sometimes you need to find the right video. You need to find just the right thing to help you through. Because not just anything will do. It has to be the right thing. You know? So that's kind of why I'm here now. I'm like, it's not exactly how I planned it, but it's not exactly how I planned to have done it, but the fact that I could help someone out means a lot to me. And to me, it makes me feel like I've been successful as a streamer, you know? It makes me feel like I've been successful. I've been able to help people. I've been able to do for people what other people had done for me. And I've been able to be there for people in the ways that I wish someone had been there for me as well. And for me, that means a lot. It absolutely means the world to me. It means the world to me. I never thought I would be a streamer. God, I had so much anxiety. I couldn't even talk to people growing up. I never thought I'd be someone putting myself out there and then talking and just doing whatever. I started streaming because I wanted to make ASMR and I wanted to make friends because I didn't have anyone to talk to. So I started streaming and I didn't really think anything was gonna come of it. I had no expectations, and it's been something far more beautiful than I ever could have expected, and it's been such a huge part of my life. It's had a huge impact on me. I don't even want to think about how different my life would have been if I had never just been like, you know, what if I streamed? What if I streamed? Haha, wouldn't that be so funny? I don't want to think about where I would have been. I think I would have been in a much worse place. I wouldn't have had anyone. I don't want to think too much about it because it would get a little sad. But it's one of those things. It's like not something I ever expected I would do. It's something I did on a whim. And it is I feel like it was very life-changing for me. You know, it had a huge impact for me. During my own hard time, I pushed all the good things away because I felt like I was just content with them. I struggle with stuff like that too, because I sometimes have trouble doing things that make me happy or doing things I enjoy, because I feel like I should always be productive or I should always be doing something, because I feel like I have so much I need to get done. So I stop myself from doing things to like relax, or like I just can't relax because I feel like, oh, I can't relax right now. I have all these things I need to get done. I struggle with that kind of stuff too. It's tough. It's tough. And honestly, I only recently started realizing it was such a bad thing. I appreciate my roommates because they're the ones who... It's especially Scrapped. He's like, Kie, you like reading, but you don't even let yourself read because you feel like it's not productive. Or like you stop yourself from enjoying the things you like because like you force yourself to be unhappy because you feel like you have to be. It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I think that's why, you know, this is where the whole talk comes from, right? Yeah, I'm still working on myself. Everyone's still working on themselves. You know, it doesn't matter how old you are. You know, no matter how young, how old, no matter what part of your life you're in or what situation you're in, you're still working on yourself, and to some extent. And thus, you guys know what I'm gonna say, right? You shouldn't hold yourself back from being happy. You shouldn't hold yourself back from accepting an opportunity. You know? You shouldn't do that. You should be like, if this is something you want, go for it. Okay? I'm glad I was able to help you guys out a lot. I'm glad for those of you I was able to help out. There's also some of you, I don't know if you're here today, and I don't even know if they'll see it. There's some people who have DM'd me over the years, sending me messages, really, really long messages, saying, you know, your streams, like, I know you don't know who I am at all, and I've never, like, chatted before, but, like, your streams have done a lot to help me out, through these rough times, and it means so much. And those things have always meant so much to me. Those, when I've been in, like, my worst moments, those are the things I remember, like, you know, I gotta keep going. Because if I can still be there for someone, then it's worth it to keep going. And I don't want to give up. If I can still do something good, if I can still be there for someone, it's worth it. And I shouldn't give up. And I shouldn't be so hard on myself either, because I'm not gonna be perfect. Nobody is. Nobody is. And that's okay. That's okay. You know? I feel the reading part so much. I have a book on my desk right now. I think I'm gonna start tonight. I hope you enjoy it. Fear of failure is a big hurdle. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that so much. Ugh, it's tough. I don't know. I don't know if the way I handle fear is normal. I don't know. I'm weird about fear. I am so scared that I avoid doing things a lot. But I try to think through it a bit, like, I should do this, because if I don't do this, maybe I'll regret not doing it. And I try to push myself to do things, even if I'm kind of scared of them. Because it's risk, it's scary, it could go bad. But I'll never know if I don't try. And I never give it the chance to be good if I don't give it the chance to be bad, you know? Like, I think about that, like, with my roommates. Oh, God. I was so scared to meet them in person. I was so scared. I put it off for months. One of them kept coming by, and was like, oh, yeah, we can go out to eat at this place if you want, or, like, while I'm in town. Because they would travel to, like, near where I lived just to go out to eat on their own. And they were like, oh, you know, if you wanna join me while I go eat at this place, you know, I thought I could come pick you up. And I was like, I wanted to, but I was scared. I was so scared. And eventually I had to push through that. Eventually I just had to force myself through it. And I took a look at, like, okay, what things scare me the most about this? Why am I scared about it? What can I do to minimize that fear? To make it easier to just push myself into that small little opening I have of getting through this fear. And now I'm here. You know, I have my 2 roommates that I live with, and they take very good care of me. They've helped me out with a lot of things. And I really appreciate them. I love them dearly. In a platonic sense. In a platonic sense, I love them dearly. They're a lot like brothers for me. And they've done so much for me. And they wouldn't have been able to do all that for me if I didn't give them the chance to, like, get over my fears and just meet them. Just give them a chance to be good, you know? I think there's a part of this, like, being afraid is, like, you're scared of getting hurt, but it's also, like, if you can push through the fear, it's not just, like, you're giving someone else a chance as well to be good, you know? You're giving them a chance. And I think it's important to keep in mind. It's like, well, what has this person done? Has this person really done anything to make me scared? Or am I just like putting the blame on them too for like things other people have done? It's a tough like kind of conversation to have with yourself, but it's important. And it can be really worth it. Not always, you know, failure happens, but failure is not an ending. And I think that's the important part to keep in mind. Failure is not the end. There's always another chance to try again. Okay? You guys are welcome for the therapy. I hope you have a good nap, Soundborg. Although I thought you just woke up. But I hope I haven't like. I'm a little embarrassed from yapping so much. I was very excited earlier, and then I just started talking. I read what you guys said, and it made me kind of sad, and so I wanted to talk and then tell you guys things. I wanted to talk and then tell you guys and be like, you know, don't deny yourself the opportunity to be happy. You know? That's what I want to say. Glad to hear it. I get to know more about you as a person. Yeah, well, I feel bad to talk about myself as a person too much. I've had a lot of bad experiences. I feel I'm used to keeping everything to myself and not telling anyone, which is definitely always a really bad habit. But I also am like, well, if I say everything that's happened, it'll be a little depressing. I might make people sad. I don't want to make people sad. I don't make people sad. Happiness is just too hard. Happiness is hard, but it's worth it. You know, it's like, there's just like a saying, right? It wouldn't be hard if it wasn't worth it or something. Or like, it wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't hard. Something like that, right? It wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't hard. My name's Happiness. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, maybe if we think about it in the context of a game, right? Usually when you're playing a game, the thing you want most, like the thing that's like the best item or whatever, is usually the one that's the hardest to get, right? And it sometimes it's the best thing because it's hard to get, right? And happiness is kind of the same way. It's hard. It's difficult. You have to go through a lot of downs to get the ups. But it wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't difficult. You know? Or just a trophy. Well, I mean, trophies are happiness for some people. Not everyone, but for some people. Game's a little harder to compare because it's very abstract. It can be whatever the devs decide it is. So they could be like, yes, you log into the game and you get like the best weapon in the game. That's all you have to do. Or they could be like, yes, you must solve pi to like the 34th digit in order to get the best item in the game. You know, it could go a lot of ways. It's a little abstract, but as in a general sense, usually the harder things to get are the better things. Had to lighten the mood with your idiocracy. That's okay. I do have someone I love dearly, and it would be rude for it to be anything more than platonic. Wait, I have someone I do love dearly, but it would be rude for it to be anything more than platonic? I think it's okay to love someone dearly in a platonic way. I definitely have friends that I feel that way about, like, I really love them dearly, but it is platonic. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, I love them in the same way that, like, I would love my family. Like, you love your family in a familial kind of way, you know? And you can have friends that you love in a platonic way. Friends, I think it's possible to have friends you love in a familial kind of way. Where it's like, I would do more than I would for like a normal friend. I would do as much as I would do for my own family for them, right? And in a relationship, in a romantic way, it's just even further beyond, right? Sometimes it feels like happiness is just something for someone else. I'll take what I have and try to be satisfied with that. No! No. That is the exact kind of thinking that will never make someone happy. And I don't just mean you. If you were to go into a relationship thinking that you're only going to try to make the other person happy and not make yourself happy, you're never going to make them happy. Because if someone loves you, they want you to be happy. And if they will be able to tell. They will be able to tell that you're not happy. And when they see that you're not happy, they won't be happy. And if they find out that there's absolutely nothing they can do to make you happy, they're gonna realize there's absolutely nothing that they can do to be happy either. You have to be able to be happy too. Happiness is attainable. It's difficult, but it is attainable. It's possible. But you have to be happy too. You can't just be self-sacrificing like, well, it's okay as long as they're happy. Because they're not going to be happy if you aren't happy. You know, like, if you tell yourself like, oh, you know, it's okay if they're happy. I mean, they probably feel the same way. They probably feel the same way. All they want is for you to be happy too. And you're just say like, well, I only want them to be happy. And then they're like, well, I want you to be happy. And you're like, well, I mean, I don't need to be happy. It's like, you gotta realize what you're doing. You gotta realize what you're doing. It is what the big bad D does to you sometimes. That's why, you know, that's why we have to work on ourselves. And we have to go to therapy. And we have to go see our psychiatrist and this and then that. You know, we have to learn how to properly deal with our problems. But it's okay. It's okay. You know? It's okay. I'm fine with it as long as she's happy. Ugh, dodge lightning 200 times. Like in Final Fantasy X? I remember doing that. It was awful. I hated it. It was so Ugh. They put on my face, I love someone romantically but fear that they may love me platonically. Those kind of situations are tough. They definitely suck. Oh, that's what I went through with my ex. Ugh. But it's kind of the thing, it's like, I feel like it's better to find out sooner rather than wait and like draw it out. Like don't lead yourself on, you know? Don't string yourself along like, well, I love them and they like me platonically. But like, you gotta value yourself a bit. If they don't feel that way about you, you can't force them to. And that's kind of why relationships kind of just happen, right? You don't really choose to love someone. It just kind of happens. You're gonna be unhappy if you try to force yourself to love someone. But sometimes, though, it's not true for everyone, but sometimes telling someone you have feelings for them, sometimes it makes them fall in love with you. You know? Sometimes that's what happens. So, if you feel that way about someone, it's not such a bad thing to tell them. You know? It's not such a bad thing. It always seems to be 2 ways, otherwise someone's gonna end up drained emotionally. Exactly. Therapy, we just got home. Oh, we just got some? I'm glad. My therapist was of her, I'm never going back. Okay, don't let one bad experience stop you from trying again. It is always scary to take the first step, though. It is. It is. It is spooky. It is spooky. Spooky, 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 spooky. Spooky. But it's worth it. It's worth it. You know? Also, thank you for subbing to the YouTube channel, Okada. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's scary, it's scary. It's definitely scary. But I think it's important to learn how to get over that kind of fear, though. You know, it's important. It's important. It's something you gotta do. You gotta learn how to find the willpower to be like, I'm scared, but I'm going to force my foot forward. Because I know it's what I must do. I know that whatever happens, things will be okay. Even if it doesn't go the way I hope it does, it'll be okay. And that's what's most important. To give it the chance to be good. Because otherwise, it'll never be good. And you want it to be good. You want to be good. Okay? We gotta have the ups and downs in life. That's why we play horror games. We play horror games because it's scary, but then when you finally get out of the bad part and the scary part, you're like, oh, I feel so much better now. Ups and downs are important. Anyone needs to hear it. It's never wrong to feel. That's what makes us human. Exactly. It's never. You're never, ever, 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 ever. It's never wrong of you to feel something. You feel the way you feel. You can't control how you feel. You can't control how you feel. You feel the way you feel. It is what it is. That's just how you feel. You know? The only thing you can do is do something about how you feel. You know, but you can't stop yourself from feeling. It's normal to feel. It's normal to feel. It's normal to fall in love. It's normal to have things that make you sad. It's normal to have things that make you happy. And that's okay. It's okay. Alright? I love you guys. I feel like I'm like in my head I'm like, yes, now we all come together, a big group hug, me and all the eggs. Oh my gosh. Oh. I feel kind of better. I mean, I was feeling pretty good earlier anyways, but like I was really stressed this week. You know? I was stressed. But I think talking about this also does a bit for me to like help me from like, you know, things are gonna be okay. It's gonna be all good. There will be bad times. There will be sad times. I will be hurt sometimes. And that's perfectly fine. That's what it takes in order to be happy. And I wanna be happy. You know? I wanna be happy. So I will be hurt sometimes. And because of that, I will be happy sometimes. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Usually, I don't know what to call it. This is like life lessons with Kie. I don't know if it's life lessons, more like life advice. Somewhat. It's like, you know, feelings advice. You want to fun? Don't anyone tell you otherwise? I wouldn't let anyone tell me I'm a bad person, because I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I try my best. I do try my best. I will always be confident in that. It's my knowledge, yeah. Take it from me, please. Dear God, take it from me. Please don't bother trying to learn all of that yourself. It sucks. I have way too much experience for my own good. I would go insane. Okay, I honestly, sometimes I'm surprised I'm not insane. Sometimes I think I might actually be insane. I have way too much experience, okay? Don't bother going and getting all that experience yourself. Learn from someone else's mistakes. Learn from someone else's mistakes. Dear God, don't. It sucks to learn everything on your own. Oh God. Terrible. 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 Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Hopefully, hey, no. Maybe the sentiment, even if you guys don't remember what I said, maybe the sentiment will remain and you guys will hopefully be spared some hardship that you could otherwise avoid, you know? Hopefully. It feels kind of weird, like, I don't know if I can really transition to playing games from this though, but I wasn't really planning to do like a therapy stream. I wasn't planning to do like a big talk stream. I guess it's a reflection of how I was doing this week. And how I feel at the moment a little bit. It feels quiet now though, so I do kind of want to put the music back on. We'll put the music back on before I start to overthink about all the things I said and about whether it was weird or not. Definitely the embarrassment is starting to settle in a little bit. I was supposed to make. Let's pull from Manhattan Cafe. No, I gotta say. No, I forgot. It's 5 p.m. already. I didn't do my I didn't do my CM runs. Trauma bonding was a thing. It's true. It's true. I don't think it was trauma bonding though. I think I told you guys a little bit about my experience, but I think I tried more to give you guys the lessons that I learned instead. Every one of us is so open at least. Yeah. Yeah. The first one was worth it if it helped us, right? It absolutely is. Of course it is. There was absolutely a bit of trauma in there. I have absolutely been traumatized. I'm still working on it, more than I realized sometimes. I'm still working through my trauma. But I wouldn't want to be like, oh, because I have this trauma, I can't move forward with my life, you know? I would rather accept myself as I am and know that like it's an okay time. What traumatized me the most is the state of case. Sorry. Well, that was years ago. That was like 4 years ago. Okay, like 3 or 4 years ago. That was okay. I can tell you guys about it. It's been long enough. I like had a pretty rough time when I lived with my family, so I left home. In a very extreme way, I left home. I moved across I literally moved from California to New Jersey. For those of you who don't live in the US or don't know the US geography that well, that is across the continent. I moved from California to New Jersey all by myself. I bought a plane ticket. I had a round trip planned. I was just gonna go visit someone that I was dating at the time. And then I just stayed there. And I just didn't fly back home. And it was really dumb. It was a really bad decision. Really bad decision. Well, it was across the country. It's as far as you can go horizontally. Not as far as you can go vertically, but as far as continents go with horizontally, it's one of the longer lengths. But I should have brought more water because I've talked so much. It's very far. I was very isolated afterwards. It was a very dumb thing to do. It's the kind of thing like I did it. Insanely risky. I could have gotten murdered. Or who knows what. I could have gotten like, I don't know. Things could have gone so bad. They did go really bad. But they could have gone so much worse. It could have been so much worse. Really dumb thing to do. I cannot in good conscience ever recommend someone does that. But for me at the time, I weighed my options. I thought about it. I did consider it. It's not something I did on impulse. It is something I thought about, considered. I quit my job before that. But it was what I needed. It was an opportunity that just so happened to come up at a time that was terrible. It was not even a good opportunity, but it was an opportunity. And I made the most of it. I moved across the country. I moved in with someone. And it took a couple months, but I got a new job in Jersey. And then I found out my ex was cheating on me while I was working. And then COVID happened. And then I lost my job, and I was stuck living with him for like an entire year later. I couldn't get a new job. It was really rough. It was... Holy shit, it was awful. And that was when I started streaming. And then afterwards, it took like a while. It took like about a year. I did eventually get a new job. I did eventually get one. Sucked trying to find one. But I did get a new job. And then I moved out and I lived somewhere by myself. And it was my first time living alone. And I'm terrified of being alone. It's one of my bigger fears that I have is being like completely alone and isolated. So I had a job and it was okay at first because I was working from home, so it was okay, it was manageable. And then they made me return to office. And then it was suddenly like a 2-hour commute because I didn't even live in the same state. It sucked. And I couldn't stream as much anymore either when I got the job because I worked full time. So it was rough. Very rough. I was only 21. So I was only 21. And before I left home, I had never had like a space to sleep by myself. Okay, I had never slept in a room by myself before. Except for like very rare occasions. I grew up, please don't be too sad when I say this, but I grew up homeless. So I was very used to sharing a single room with my entire family. So being alone was just so different to me. I was so used to just always having people around, that being completely alone, not having any contact with my family, not having anyone, no friends, no family, it was very difficult. I was very depressed. And that was what led to me having that sink full of dishes for a month. Because I got sent back to the office, so I had a 2-hour commute each way. I barely had any time. I couldn't really stream anymore. I had lost contact with so many people. I was very isolated. I was very alone. I was struggling with anxiety. I would have auditory hallucinations at night that made it really hard to sleep. It was a tough time. It's definitely not a part. It's like, sure, it sounds like, oh, well, I could have just done the dishes. Maybe I could have. I don't think I could have. I don't think I could have. Mentally, I don't know how I made it through that time. I don't know how I made it through that time. Sometimes I think back on it. I'm in a much better place now than I was in before. But sometimes I think back at it and I'm like, how the hell did I survive? How the hell did I get through that? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I survived. I definitely wasn't living. I was surviving, I guess. I was struggling really badly. But you know, it was risky. Bad stuff happened. Bad stuff kept happening. Things never really went well. But it got better eventually. And things still aren't perfect, but they're better. You know? They're better. I've grown a lot since then. I mean, I'm a lot older than I was back then. I was so young. I was only 21. I was like baby. Now I'm 26. Which is like not a whole lot of time passed, but it's felt like a decade. It feels like it feels more like remembering something from when I was 15, you know? It feels like it was really long ago. And probably some part of that is due to my mental health. My mental well-being at the time, not the greatest. I am living now, yeah. I'm living now. I get to stream a lot more again. I have my cats and I have my roommates and then I get to cook and I eat good food. I have a room to myself and I'm not scared. I'm not struggling with anxiety as much. I see a doctor now. I have a garden. I always wanted to have a garden, so I have a little garden now. And I've got posters on my walls. I always wanted to decorate my walls with posters. And I have all my figures and I got a display case for them because I always want to do that too. And there's so many things that I always wanted to do that I am finally actually starting to do. So I think I have started living more than just surviving. You know? You got to learn fun facts about peas. I got to learn very tragic facts about peas. Very tragic facts about peas that I will be thinking about here soon when I go have dinner. And about, should I eat peas tonight or should I stop eating peas? I am trying my best to thrive now. I am trying my best. Just as much as anyone can. I'd like to think that me doing better now is only because I didn't give up and I tried my best to learn from things. And I spent a lot of time alone, right? So I had a lot of time to reflect on everything. I think one of the biggest things I learned was like isolating myself. I wouldn't be where I am now if I had isolated myself. Is the fact that I was like, I opened up and I started relying on people that like I was able to get into a better place. I was able to start living instead of just barely surviving. So yeah, it's a big thing. There's so much to learn about how to get by in life. There's so many. It's such a pain in the ass. It's such a pain in the ass. Why don't they just tell us all this from the start? Be like, okay, you know, you're gonna make sure you know how to ask for help and make sure you rely on other people, and it's not a crime to rely on other people. Ugh. Why can't they just be like, wait, where's the people's guide to being human? Where is it? Oh, me and my dog are surviving by the tooth and thankfully no longer the skin of my teeth. That's good, that's good. It's tough out here. You know, the economy sucks. Job market is awful. I was trying to find a job for a while. I couldn't find one. I couldn't. I got offered one job after months. And they were offering $10 an hour, and I was like, that's not even gonna cover the transportation cost. It's so bad right now. But because things are so bad right now, I think it makes me feel like it's even more important to say what I have said. It's bad right now. It is horrible. Absolute horseshit. God awful. What the fuck is this mess we're in? Goddamn. Okay? Fuck whoever decided, yeah, this is how things are gonna be. Fuck that guy. I don't know who that guy is, but fuck that guy. Fuck that guy specifically. I hope he steps on a Lego or something. But we don't know how long things are gonna be this way, okay? Much as we all want to believe that things are gonna get better right around the corner, and one more month, one more week, one more day until things get better. We don't know how long it's gonna be. And you know, if we look at like history and stuff, you know, like there have been times that were much worse. Sure, but there were a lot of times where things were bad for a long time. And like that's sad, it's depressing, sure, but listen. Jobs, the economy, that's survival, okay? That's survival. That's not living. Okay? That's not living. That's not on the living side of things. Yeah, it's easier to thrive and all that when you have a job and, you know, income and all that. Sure. But you guys know what I'm gonna say, right? You guys, have you learned from this whole talk? You don't need to have a job to get a girlfriend. You don't need to have a job or be living on your own or be in the perfect mental state to allow yourself to be happy. Okay? She's gonna see ah blah blah. What do you mean I'm gonna see ah blah blah? wait, what do you mean ah blah blah? Wait. Some of us are taught. Some of what we taught is you have to be tough and can't rely on anybody. Absolutely, and that's why I'm saying all this, because that is what I was taught too. I was taught that both through what I was directly told and also through experience, because goddamn, there was not a single person in my childhood that was reliable. Oh my god. And I think that's a big part of why I struggled so much to ask for help or to rely on other people, is because not only was I told that I have to do things myself, I also was shown I have to do things myself. And that was very difficult. I really appreciate, like, as much as that job I had sucked before, my boss telling me that, like, my biggest flaw is I don't know how to ask for help. That has lived in my mind for the last 6 years. I have never forgotten that. It is something I have thought about so much. And I think it's something that has had a good impact on me. You know? I don't want to harm one person, especially that, you know, that's all anybody wants. I don't think there's anyone who really wants to harm. I think everyone just wants someone who cares about them as much as they care about them. You know? I think that's all anybody really wants. There's like, you don't need a lot of people to care about you. I don't think most people are that, like, narcissistic, right? I think everyone is just like, you know, I only need one person. Just one. That's all I need. I just need one person who will care about me as much as I care about them. Cause that's how I feel. I just want one person that, like, you know, when I say something and they'll know I mean it, and then they'll say it back and I'll be like, I know they mean it. You know, something like that. Something like that. Something like that. I just want somebody to love me. That's lyrics, right? That's lyrics, right? Hello, Al. Hello. I just want to love and be loved. Exactly. You know what I realized? I'm out of water. No, that's not what I realized, but sometimes I think about it. It's tough. Because for me, right? I think about it sometimes. It's a little tough because I'm like, I have a strong need to give affection. I just want to be a tinker. That's crazy. I have a strong need to give affection. If I have, like, no outlet for my affection, then I get, like, kind of frustrated and kind of sad. I've realized that I kind of feel that way. If I have no outlet for my affection, then I get kind of sad. You know? It feels just like, oh, I have all this and nobody to give it to. Depressing. I don't know, it's a little silly. That's why you got your babies and your cats and eggies? Yeah, exactly. Also, hello, Colonel. Hello, hello. I don't know. Life is complicated as hell. But it's like that for everyone, and we're all here, and all we can do is try our best. Honestly, I think it's important to, like, know that, like, you're only doing your best, and what you're doing is never gonna be perfect as well. Because if you can't accept that you're never gonna be perfect, how are you supposed to accept that someone else is never gonna be perfect? And if you expect yourself to be perfect, you're gonna expect someone else to be perfect too, and that's not fair because no one's perfect. It goes both ways, right? If you can't love yourself as you are, you can't love someone else as they are. You know? It goes like that. You know what's also sad? I like hugs. I see other people that get hugs sometimes. I never get. Ah, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. That made me so depressed when I was younger. But I'm gonna say this, and it's kind of depressing. Should I say? It's about my childhood. My mom was really young, right? My mom was really young. Okay, my mom was like 19 when she had me. Okay, hard to imagine. It was like the events I'm thinking of are like, damn, she was like probably as old as I am at the moment, only slightly older. Crazy to think about. My mom was very emotionally reliant though. My mom was not emotionally reliable. She was very emotionally reliant. Which meant, like, I hugged my mom, but it was a lot more like I was hugging my mom. Not so much like my mom was hugging me. Sometimes I look back on the relationship I had with my mom and I was like, sometimes I'm not sure who the mom was. So like hugs always kind of made me a little sad too, because I was like, yeah, I mean, my mom wanted hugs because she was sad, and my brother would give hugs to be like, I'm sorry, here's a hug, please forgive me, kind of thing. Even it kind of sucked because it was like he would do something like really awful and then be like hug, and like, you know, it was kind of tough. I because of that, I actually really don't like people giving apology. I don't like apology hugs. I really hate apology hugs. Unless it's like very genuine. But I don't like casual apology hugs. It makes me so uncomfortable. Aside from that though, I never really got many hugs. I mean, I got hugs from my teachers before when I was a kid. I remember that. I remember getting hugs from my teacher, and I remember being like very like touched by it. Like it meant a lot to me. I think giving hugs as a family feels alien to me. Some cultures are like that, right? Some families are like that. I don't even know if it's a culture thing. It might just be like a family thing. Imagine feeling any kind of human touch could be me. You gotta touch your own hands. I had the impulse to say touch yourself, but like, I'm behaving. I'm being serious right now. I'm holding my own hands right now. Like my hands are like, what do you call it? Like my hands, like my fingers are like locked together. I'm holding my hand, like, you know, like I don't know how to put it. My fingers are interlocked with each other. Yeah, my hands are clasped. Is that not clasped? Fingers into this kind of. I'm like, I don't know, holding my own hand, kind of. I don't know. I think like, I guess the way I feel about it is like, I like human touch with like feeling, like purpose. I like the intimacy with intention. Yeah, intimacy with intention. Not just a hug for the sake of a hug, but a hug that has like a meaning of like, you know, I care about you, or some greater meaning. absolutely not a hug to say, oh, I'm sorry. Are we gonna eat lactose if we go to Japan? Yes, yes we are. We can eat lactose, okay? Just, it'll have to be my left foot. I can't feel some of the toes on my right foot. It's a little weird. Wait, is it my- wait, which foot is it? Wait. I'm like, rubbing my toes against like something. Like against my desk. I really saying something sounds weird. Rubbing my toes is like, yes, which of these toes doesn't feel anything? It is my right foot. I broke my toes actually when I was a kid. It's the only time I've ever broken a bone as far as I know. One of the few times I did get hugs when I was in the worst part of my life. Yeah. Apparently it is class. I thought class was just the hands grabbing to his palms. Well, that's really got like usually it was like a handshake is grabbing to his palms. When I was a kid, I would run around and I ran around like the corner in my grandma's house and I hit my foot on the wall, like the corner of the wall. And broke my toes. And it was funny because it was just before I went to Anime Expo, so I was walking around for like the next couple days. I had like a whole like thing on my foot and everything. Oh my god. I think I was 13, 14, something like that. I broke my toes and it hurt. It hurt a lot. That was like a very kid thing to do. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I got like a couple injuries when I was a kid. Nothing like super severe. I've got stitches on my hand. So I have like a long scar on one of my hands. It's not as noticeable because I was in like 3rd grade when I got it. So I was only like 6 or 7, I think. I have a long scar on one of my hands. It goes from like my palm almost up to my nail. Well, almost up to my thumbnail. And it like kind of like goes around. Why? Because I was a kid and I'm not gonna go into very graphic detail, but I had my hand cut on something because my brother, a 6'7"? Oh, listen, I don't have that brain rot in me. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that. Maybe it's a fun because of a real injury, crazy music as a child. Aww. What's a 6'7"? Not worth it. I was thinking I was 6 or 7. Here, I will say I was around 7 years old. Okay, I was around 7 years old. I was in 3rd grade. And so I have a brother. I have an older brother, right? He's like 2 years older than me. However, he has disabilities, that always made him, basically mentally younger. Okay? Basically, he was always mentally, like, younger than me. I honestly still don't know what the heck was wrong, or like what disorder or whatever he had. I just know there was definitely an official disorder that was diagnosed. But I know he had them. I'm scared what you're gonna say. But he was like playing with like a box cutter, because my grandma used to work in like a warehouse or something. And so she had like a bunch of box cutters in her car. And he's playing with a box cutter. I tried to take it away from him because I was like, no, that's dangerous. And then I got my hand cut. I have a big scar on my hand. I broke my toes. I have a scar on my hand. I have back problems, but that's kind of a bit more normal. That's a bit more normal. I don't know. I got back problems. When they're mentally young, it's like they have low IQ, which is the sort of one of my sisters had, and she's actually younger than even though she was older than me. I don't know if it was just low IQ. I also have no clue what you're responding to with that pyro. I am lost because I'm like, where does that fit right now? Back home, oh, okay. I was like, there's a lot of weird stuff that could be replying to. I do have back problems, but like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. My brother, he might have brain damage or something from when he was like an infant. I think that was part of the problem.
Might have been some form of brain damage. Not sure. Not sure. Not something that would ever be told to me. So I have no clue.
Glee. I have settled down from being so excited. Now I'm just kind of sleepy. I'm also like, no, I missed it, and I missed my other runs in the first round of the CM. Tragedy. Tragedy. Very sad.
Honestly, I'm ready for a nap. I don't know about you guys. I'm ready for a nap. You know? I'm ready for a hell of a nap. Yes. I'm ready for a hell of a nap. I'm ready to go lay down and be like, you know? It's nice and cozy under the blanket. Oh, I bet it is. So that's why here, since I laid down to focus on stream. I think you're not ready for a nap? That's true. That's true. I don't know if I want to leave yet. I mean, I know it's been like 3 hours already, but I've only like, I feel like I haven't done anything. I just talked a lot. I guess that's still a stream, but I don't know. I feel bad. Is that an acceptable stream? I don't know. I don't know. It is getting close to dinner time. So we're gonna play Isekai Solar Life Night? No, we're not. It was a free stream. That is true. It was a free stream. You guys like when I yap? I'm glad, because I am very embarrassed when I yap a lot. I get very embarrassed. I do talk a lot sometimes, and I get really embarrassed about it, and I feel a little insecure. If I be invited to dinner, I don't know what's for dinner, and I don't know when's for dinner. So, if anything, I might lay down for a bit, and then hop on the server, and we'll have game night. You're for dinner? That's crazy. We're having pork for dinner? Canned peaches it is for dinner again? No, not canned peaches. Why would you have canned peaches for dinner? I can't have canned peaches. We enjoy it regardless? Oh, thank you guys. I hope for some of you maybe it helps a little bit. Or like, eventually I hope it helps. Or I hope maybe it might not be enough to help on its own, but maybe it'll help you figure out what you need, kind of, you know, like where to go, which direction to go, and that kind of stuff. There's quite fine. No, that's not what that meant. Everybody's the last bit of meat I have from my dog. Oh, hang in there. Lots of head pats. Thank you. Are you okay? No worries. Oh boy. Maybe we should raid someone. But I'm also like, what do I raid? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Choosing like what do I raid into is also like a hard part where it's like, after having a conversation like that, I feel like I need to be like, make sure I don't raid into somewhere weird. A friend of yours is having a birthday stream. We could raid your friend that's having a birthday stream. Are they streaming right now? I mean, I assume so, if you said they're having a birthday stream. Alright, well, let me copy that. Shit, I don't think I can copy it that way. Oh my god, they're bald. Okay. I will do it. Okay, let me copy that. Okay, we can raid them. Alright, so this is a birthday. Yeah. It'll be happy birthday sent by Owl. Let me put an emote in there. think that could be our raid message. You know it's Awa? Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay, how about that? Happy birthday, senpai Awa! Awa. I remember when that was a thing. Alright, you guys, send lots of happy birthday wishes over, okay? Send lots of happy birthdays over to Ashia. I will see you guys in Discord tonight. We have game night tonight. I sent a message in the server asking like, oh, what would you guys like to play for game night? So let me know. Let me know. But for now, thank you guys all for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope it can have a good impact for you guys. But the stream's about to end. The raid's ending in 10 seconds. I'm so sorry. Goodbye.